Talking Normies podcast. Hey, what up, y'all? It's the Talking Normies podcast. We're the Talking Normies. My name is Chris Talking Normies Johnson.
I am Spidey.
I'm Pat.
Today I am Tim.
Hello, Tim.
Tim the Truth
What's up,
Element.
team?
No, I'm Tom. I'm your friend Tom from MySpace.
Oh, yeah.
I got plastic surgery. This is what I've been doing. Hey, surprise.
Sincere.
Brown.
So the thing is I remember the music because I made it. And I've listened to it like a
But
thousand
he remembers
times.
it too, and I forgot how it started and ended.
We've heard it so many times.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
You guys have great memory.
I'm going to have to tighten up.
My brain is like a plasma screen TV. Shit just gets burned in.
Oh, God.
You know?
It's probably not great.
Yeah, it's not safe.
Are we concerned with this?
ADHD.
So welcome to the Talking Normies podcast, in which we discuss movies, mainly because once upon a time ago, somebody didn't quite get a movie, and we've been chasing that high ever since.
It's been a sad month.
True.
It has been a sad month.
Man.
I don't think we're ever doing this theme. This is the last time.
Yeah, these movies were.
It's been a sad month.
But this one was the best one,
It
right?
was fucked up.
It was fucked up.
Here's the thing, though. It can get worse.
We saw the worst thing you
We
could
just saw the
possibly
worst
see.
thing.
I'm going to tell you this. Trainspotting walked so Requiem could run.
What?
He's not wrong. He's absolutely not. I'm glad.
I want to wait to get into the movie, but also like
It can get so much worse.
we saw a fucking dead baby. Is there got dead
Right.
babies?
Yeah.
This is fucking reckless.
Requiem for a Dream is all of the Trainspotting things, but with a little extra added body
And
horror.
with the game show thing, that's got to be like a homage a little bit, you know? I feel like
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
That's got to be.
But yeah, we watched Trainspotting. A lot of us for the first time. Me for like
I watched
maybe
for
like the
first
third time. The best part about watching Trainspotting is allowing your brain to go a little mushy so you can understand Scottish.
Man.
That was my favorite part. I love the Scottish
I was
accent,
like, this is
dude.
fucking English.
That carried me through the movie.
You have to let your brain you have to stop trying and just let it kind of.
Yeah.
It's like drowning yourself. Like you
It took
just
me
have
about
to
20
induct
minutes to
it.
finally fuck it.
And you're like, all right, I think it's like with the first time you watch a Guy Ritchie movie and you're like, I don't know what are they
I would-
speaking English? And then finally your brain locks in. You're
Dude,
like,
if a genie was real, one of my wishes would be I want a Belfast accent.
you can just go live there.
Yeah.
Oh man,
He's
you guys
like, yeah,
remember?
I don't want to develop it. I don't want
wish
to be a
for it.
poser.
Shout out to Andy the Extra from Belfast. From
Lay my nail here.
you remember Andy?
Oh, from Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
He's an extra in a whole bunch of Game of Thrones. We met him at Con of Thrones and did like an interview with him, and then he had a podcast for a while.
That's sick.
Yeah, he has really cool stories. Anyway, so yes, we watched Trainspotting. We're all deeply affected by it.
That shit fucked me up.
We'll
man.
get to it.
Yeah, but before we get to that,
But
let
first-
us talk about our weekend catch-ups. Did you guys actually do anything over the weekend? Because I'm about to talk mad shit.
I remember doing something.
I had to
and
go
like, I can't talk about
get my
this.
pops from Chicago, which was just a waste of a day.
Yeah. A little 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
3 hours there, 3 hours back. So that's 6 the whole time.
It's just a waste of a day. Sucked
You
ass.
flew in
Yeah.
from India
Yeah.
to go scoop them.
Yeah. sucked
O'Hare.
ass. Yeah.
You drove to O'Hare.
Yeah.
I kind of like driving to O'Hare is one of my least favorite things of all.
I just
Like
hate-
getting to Chicago is cool, and then from Chicago to O'Hare is like I should just die.
I used to not mind the 4-hour drive to Chicago. It was nothing, but now, man,
Sorry, 3-hour drive to Chicago, 1 hour to get to that extra hour is getting to O'Hare, which
Okay.
is in Chicago. Like,
well, all right, but
It's kind of like the Denver airport, dude. That's also
Oh my God.
deceptively far from the city.
Murderers.
It's like,
Yeah.
they shouldn't be called Denver.
Yeah,
Then
it's
you got-
stupid.
then it's a lot when you get in there. Fuck Denver's airport.
and it's got the horse with the big red eyes outside.
What do I need that for?
Right? They're like, hey, we're gonna get on a flight. I was like, oh, this seems fun. We're in the mountains. I was like, what is that ominous thing? They're like, don't worry, don't ask questions
you
about
know
that.
they've been promising us flying cars, bro. We need that shit ASAP. Stop
Absolutely
fucking
not.
around and just get that shit going.
Well,
God
Motherfuckers
damn.
will be
No, I'm
texting and
not.
flying at the
Yeah,
same time.
see, no, I'm
no,
not
No, fuck
absolutely
that.
not.
We
Sorry,
need
but,
that.
fiduciary responsibilities.
We
Yeah,
need that.
nah, hard
Bro,
pass.
think about going to Chicago within an hour in your own little small little flying car.
Yeah, but think about like 1,000 people trying to do it.
Yes.
yeah,
Think
but-
about all the emissions.
There's no lanes.
There won't be get emissions, bro. By that, if we got flying cars, it's probably badly powered. All right, bro.
Batteries
Yeah.
got to come from somewhere.
This motherfucker said battery powered. I'm not flying no battery
Why?
powered.
Why not?
Have to
you
stop
drive
and
a
charge up
battery
my
car.
airplane.
With
You
all
drive a
y'all?
Tesla.
No,
It's
I
on the
don't.
ground.
But you get in a Tesla.
Rarely.
Look, it's on the ground. I'm cool with it running out of battery while I can just get out and not being like.
If it's going to run out of battery, I'm sure again the guy that technology going to land on his own on the ground safely.
Also, there actually is a really fun physics conversation to have about why batteries in airplanes don't really make sense because the heavier it is, the more batteries you have to have. It's a huge problem.
Fine, then have gasoline. We already use gasoline.
Yeah, and then so if everybody's flying with gas, which is wildly inefficient, we're just going to burn out the planet.
How about hybrid? Have gas, have battery.
We can't have it. The answer is you share the airplane with everybody else. You want to get to Chicago in an hour? They have shuttles that go to Chicago.
We could do fusion technology, dude. Korea's almost there.
Yeah, hydrogen technology. Look, why don't we just run on water?
Because there.
Every idiot who's texting and flying will crash their hydrogen bomb car.
When we get in an airplane, your phone has to go in airplane mode. It's automatic, or your airplane doesn't start. Straight up. I mean, not airplane, car.
Yeah.
You know what I did while driving to work today? I looked up a song. And I probably didn't look at the road for a little bit. And I did.
Well, listen, in a flying car, you won't be able to do that because your phone's going to be in airplane mode. You can't fly if you're on airplane.
What I'm saying is that we're going to do dumb shit. Yeah. Anyway, people drink and drive.
We can put fail-safes in it.
It's going to have to be automated.
Yeah,
they're not going to trust
You know, when
people.
they were talking about
There's
cars...
not going to be a manual mode. You know, like,
listen, when cars first came out, people were having the same conversations. You know, we putting people in cars, people going to do this and that.
I don't think we're going to get flying cars. I think we're just going to get more, like, self-driving cars.
Yeah.
It's gonna get
shit's going to get automated. It's going to be iRobot.
They're going to start driving faster. Yeah.
Why not a bullet train to Chicago?
Have you guys seen
yeah, bullet trains in Japan.
Dude, that's the one thing I'm really
the one where dudes like, no, that's Upgrade. I'm sorry. Never mind. Different
no. Well, I mean, it's a lot of shit happens to people's heads and shit. A lot of heads blown up. But it's like people downloading themselves into this digital heaven so you can live forever kind of deal.
Yeah.
And this comedy, it's hilarious. But yeah, flying cars, he gets in a not flying cars, self-driving cars. He gets in like a self-driving car accident.
Yeah.
And it's common.
iRobot, they have those in there. So you could get all the things you want about getting Chicago fast with a bullet train, with electricity, less emissions, and same amount of time, and you get to play on your phone the whole entire time.
Yeah, but
I'm down with that. As long as I could go there, pick up my dad in a bullet train, and with all this bullshit ass luggages and packages and shit. Is there a limit on the train for that shit?
I mean, you probably have to pay a premium to bring what I can only assume.
I gotta go pay.
And you supposed to put all that heavy shit in your flying car and think that motherfucker only gonna get to LaPorte? You ain't making it down to Indy, bro. You ain't getting it. You stopping in Hobart, motherfucker.
You might as well go to the train gun. Get on the bullet train.
All right, so weekend catch up. Pat had to go pick up his fucking dad.
Me and Bria just had an amazing kind of weekend. I think we chilled out. She had like some headshots to do for a new job. She's a solid core coach.
Nice.
Sexy. She had to do that in Broad Ripple. So we went out in Broad Ripple. We kind of walked around the arts area, went and got some ice cream at Bricks.
Bricks, if you're out there, yeah, stop at Bricks.
So,
nice.
Ice cream the size of your head. We got some pizza.
Is that popcorn store still there?
Just pop in?
No
yeah.
idea.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never been there. I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah, they used to do a collaboration with Sun King, so you see a lot
Goose.
of just pop in.
And Goose the market.
So you said something, ice cream is the size of your head?
Yeah, it's like ice cream. They give you a lot of ice cream. Like, I'm like, I want 2 scoops. And she's just like,
it's like, stop it. I actually only wanted 2 scoops.
You're just like, fuck.
But for the same price or even more?
It's a quantum 2.
Yeah, they're 2 scoops.
It's both
piles
2
up.
and 10 simultaneously.
I went there one time and I saw a kid with ice cream and they got like the kid scoops and it's got 3 just globs of ice cream up.
Well, that's where I'm going, my dude.
Well, I'm going there.
Fell off
Yeah,
like a cartoon.
I need
It
my
was incredible.
diabetes.
Oh yeah. Also,
Definitely
when I
going
go
there.
there, I just get they got the ones with the brownie, so I get like salted caramel with the brownie at the bottom.
Do you know what we should do?
Ice cream?
Do you know all of the businesses that like Sherman was here?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
yes.
We should fucking blow up a spot, dude.
You just go there. All
We
of
should
them.
fucking
The
no.
normies were here too.
Yeah, exactly. We'll put our sticker over
his.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's start a local war with
Start a
Sherman.
war.
So just for anyone who's concerned,
This is
our
like the
local Fox 59 channel has a guy who's like Sherman was here. He goes to
He
the
goes
different
local-
businesses.
He's like the local guy. This is it.
It's a hyper local thing.
We're
Yeah,
starting.
we're gonna start
I'm
a war.
starting
with
a
him.
war with Sherman here and now. I'm
If you
declaring
see that
it.
sticker that Sherman was there, you
All
know
right.
that place is legit.
We should do it. It'd be hilarious.
It would be funny. As
would
fuck.
be
I'm
so
down,
funny.
I'm super down for this.
Well, instead of that, we should just put "and the Normies." Like we should make our sticker look like it
Just "and the Normies."
in collaboration with his. So this weekend, I went to the gym, got me a little bit of workout going, which was good. Saturday, what the fuck was Saturday? I don't remember what I did Saturday, but Monday I played soccer. So I've played futsal before, which I'm backwards in this community. I never played soccer.
That's weird.
So I played soccer for the first time, and the ball was like way bouncier.
Yeah.
And also there's way more running.
Is the ball smaller in futsal?
The ball's smaller in futsal and doesn't bounce as much. So
And less running or more running?
It like tiny sprints.
Okay.
But soccer's like a light jog the entire time. You know what I mean?
Field.
Yeah. But we weren't on a huge soccer field. We were on we did from like in the side to side for like a football field. So we're playing and it was just a casual amount of jogging, and I was like, I'm fucking tired of shit. And the other team had a bunch of fat boys on it, and our team had a bunch of fat boys. We're like, all right, I bet it's about to be a real chill game. Turns out all their fat boys love running. And we're like, oh, God. Y'all got to stop running so much, bro. Like,
There's some deceptively fast big dudes, man.
not fast, just like endurance, just straight endurance.
Oh,
Like
man.
the speed was for whatever, because you can, when you need to like turn up the gas to go fast, like it's about like, can I get a burst of speed for the next 15 seconds? I feel like most everybody can do that, but it's about like, can you continually jog for 30 whole
Can you
fucking
do that
minutes?
50 times in 90 minutes?
Right? And dudes just like, they're only hour-long games, thank God. But yeah, dudes were just like pretty consistently running, and our whole team was like, y'all got to stop, dog. We're fucking.
So, are you in a league or is it in a mirror pickup? How you play this game? So, man, I want to play one of these days.
It's in a mirror. We got jerseys and shit. It's a little league. It's the spring league. So I'm gonna do that every Monday.
Oh, shit, good shit.
and
How the
guess-
fuck did you get paid? You don't even play soccer all the time.
Damn,
What? They don't need anybody. They need people.
shots fired.
I never seen him try to play soccer.
Why they pick you?
They just picked him
How
to
the
play
fuck did
soccer.
you get
I was like, I'm
picked,
just trying.
Guess who's the highest scoring shooter on the motherfucking team?
Let's go.
All right, Chris. But
Guess
I'm
who got it? He was the only person on the team who got a goal.
Let's go.
It was me.
Yeah.
I also shot it into our own goal. But statistically, I'm the only person on our team who got a goal. Unfortunately, it counted for the other team. But you win some.
Because you didn't even
lose
condition
heavily.
for this. This is intramural league. You guys are gonna try to win a trophy and some money, right?
No. Oh God, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to click that. No, we're just playing. Like, I mean, somebody's gonna win something,
Right.
But it ain't gonna be us. That's not why we're playing.
He said it ain't
We're
gonna be
playing
us.
to be out running, and like everybody goes and gets a beer afterwards. So we're just it's beer league essentially.
Because I was trying to figure out. I was like, man,
But the other team was actually good. Anyway, you trying to play? You trying to put the feet on them? You brown, so everybody's gonna assume you're gonna be real good.
Shit. If they got a basketball, then it's on.
Terrible at basketball.
He just picks up the ball.
I will say the hardest part about like learning to play soccer was to not instinctually hit the ball with your hands. The one thing that all American sports requires you to do is
But
to
it's
touch
on the ground. Why would you even?
because
And sometimes the ball comes out the air, bro.
when that shit comes at your face,
Are you gonna use your face?
right? Yeah, when it comes at your face,
Your reaction is gonna be your hands.
everything is
Can you
no,
elbow?
No,
Can you
no.
just-
What?
Yeah, you can't- you can't elbow?
Can I
No.
bow it?
When it comes to your face, your options are this: head down, chest up. I tried to do a header and it like bounced off my shoulder, and I guess that counted. And I was like,
Yeah,
whatever.
so I was about to say shoulders count. I can't. That's wild. I can't just.
Yeah. Like, so I'm just
guy.
saying, balls coming towards your face. Your first reaction
Yes,
is
it
this.
is. I feel
Like,
you on
everybody's like,
that.
oh, that's like a fucking penalty
We
shot.
should,
and
we
shit.
should
Yeah.
add a twist and just handcuff everybody. I mean, it's
I low key would have to do that.
essentially the same thing, right?
Sunshine says we love our hands in the land of the free. 100%. Yeah, in Freedom Land. That's it. I don't know. It's just everything. You just dodgeball, basketball, baseball,
everything.
football. Like
Just protect your face, man.
but that's it. You were just like, I put my hands up. The whole rest of the world is like,
I really,
you bitch.
But even just sports wise, like a ball coming to your face or anything coming to your face, your hands is natural reactions to
Yeah.
protect your face.
Giggity,
The
giggity.
That's the hardest thing to stop.
The only interesting thing about baseball is watching the pitcher do all kinds of squirrely shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of these videos and like the path of like how do they do, like how
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
super
understand.
The stitches, bro.
Like
Something about the stitches.
they'll make
Yeah.
it do a S and then a fucking backflip and then like I don't understand the aerodynamics
Because
of what's-
it's going so fast.
Like,
and
there's
the
magic.
air's hitting the stitches at a certain way. They
Yeah.
got it to
Nah,
rotate
man.
faster.
That's
It's
alchemy.
just-
Yeah.
it is.
It's
That's
alchemy,
just-
dude.
Essentially, they're throwing that bitch hard enough to turn it into an airplane.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, this round object here, if you throw it hard enough, it becomes a plane. And they're
Did
like,
you
that doesn't
see
make sense.
when not Cal Ripken? I forget who threw the ball, but it hit a bird.
The one that just explodes
The
that bird at
just
like 90.
exploded. Yeah.
Randy Johnson?
You never seen the bird?
I forget.
No.
I forget
Bird
who
flies
did it.
across home plate and just like
at the perfect moment.
ceases to exist.
It just
No.
explodes. It
Like
just-
that-
The bird that flies out of the way.
Because the
Bro.
bird's not looking for the ball.
I guess it was trying to.
He was just like, oh, I'm gonna dip down through this field. I don't know why, 'cause I'm doing bird shit. And then at that exact moment, a ball met him in his rib cage, and because birds have hollow bones, it was
like
just like,
Shattered. Into
If it was a
nothing.
stop sign, it would have been a T-bone.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But he just didn't see it coming, and it came
So
so
what happened
fast
to
that
the ball?
The
they
ball
got
was
it-
fine.
like,
They
they
wiped it
got-
off and used it again, I
I
assume.
think they got a new ball.
The bird was what was
Right.
fucked, bro.
Give it to a kid.
Right, there you go, kid. Yeah, it's fine.
There you go.
I mean, that ball is like significant historic thing. I would, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably on eBay somewhere.
Birds hate this ball.
Someone's got it.
No, got
It's
it.
like,
Yeah.
right? Like bird society, like they have meetings about how much this ball sucks.
Birds
Stay
hate
away
this
from
one
stadiums.
trick.
Yeah, it's just
Exploded.
it's like Nemo in the boat. They're just like, don't go towards those stadiums.
yeah. Oh, here's a reminder. Everybody's old and it's tax day. Tax day was on April 15th. If you haven't paid your taxes, it's already too late. File for an extension.
Like a piece of shit.
Guess what? Every year I get an extension,
I get
baby.
every single
I
year.
pretend like I'm gonna get it done and I don't.
Dude,
How you guys don't?
and I hate
have no
sending
idea.
that email to my CPA. I'm just like, hey man, it's been a lot
But
to keep track of this year, and he doesn't give a shit. He's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, give me the stuff.
Pat, it's gonna be all logic and I want to hear it. Dump on me. Come on.
But my question is this: we all know April 15th is tax day.
Yeah.
I didn't.
All right, and then for our company, we get our documents to be able to do taxes by
Yeah.
February,
Yeah, you're right.
and then for us, our company, we have the same guy who does the taxes.
Yes, you're also right.
Sorry, so
I don't have
my
that.
question is, how the fuck he even reaches out to you?
Listen,
I remember getting an email from him, a call from him, and a text from
I will
him.
say that I have
you
a better
must be
excuse than
medicated
Mickey.
right now because here's the thing. I take the extension for the same reason that my alarm clock offers me a snooze option. Okay, like
There's a
inevitable.
penalty, you know that.
There.
There's not a penalty
There's
for
no
the
penalty.
extension.
No.
There's no
When you pay
penalty.
if you're actually gonna be paying taxes, there's a penalty on that. So there's a interest penalty,
Not for
not for an
extensions.
extension, dude.
bro. So extension, there's no fees, right?
Yeah.
But let's say if you owe Indiana, the state,
Yeah, okay.
right? There is a penalty for that.
Oh, well, maybe I need to look into it. Here's my reason why. Sauna Social, Normies, OnlyFans. I got 3 different businesses
Yeah,
I gotta do fucking taxes for.
I got a lot to keep track of. Like, sincerely, I do have more to keep track of this year.
Yeah, I get
And
to
it
like
was just-
half of the year of like doing deductibles, and I'm like, I need a break,
But
and that
also-
break usually takes a month.
It's the ADHD thing. We don't do things
Be right
until there is a direct consequence for the thing that I'm doing. You know, like if
Yeah,
it's
I
a
feel
week
that.
away, it's a week away. I got time, dude. Like,
I feel you on that. I guess you didn't really.
Until it is dire straits.
until it's
Here's
right.
the consequence.
Until
Now
it's
you learn
right
there's
here.
a penalty because
I'm gonna have to look into that.
there
Because-
is because I remember I did it once.
But
and I
here's the thing. I took the extension, but I'm not gonna wait till the deadline for the extension. Like I just needed a few more days, man. I'm still gonna get
I'll
it
get
done
it done.
within. I'll get it done within the month. I'm not. You know.
If you get because like for me when I did my extension and I same issue like you did. It's like there has to be consequences. I did mine in October, right? So there was an
Yeah, I
interest
mean-
rate I was paying.
Yeah.
That's October. That's really long.
Yeah,
pretty
I'm gonna
long,
get
yeah.
mine done soonish. All right. Hey, it was just a reminder.
Don't have that. Don't offer me the option, okay? If the deadline is the deadline,
Don't
I'll
give me an
follow the
extension.
deadline, okay? Because then the deadline feels arbitrary if they're like, you can have a few more. You're fine. It's fine. No rush. Like,
thanks.
okay, well then I got time.
Right?
What the fuck, man?
So, moving on. I hate to say moving on because I feel like John Oliver every time. This isn't anything. This is just me putting this out in the water. We should all get Steamdecks. Okay, that's all.
What?
I don't know
Okay.
why.
What
We
is
should
it?
just all get Steam Decks.
Yeah.
Just
What's
think
a
about
Steam
it.
Deck?
Remember, it's like
the handheld
Steam?
Look, man,
yeah.
this is
Game system.
this.
Steam Decks.
I feel like this is gonna be one of those things where we all get it and then we don't do anything.
Oh, we don't. We should just. I'm just trying to see if you guys all get one. Then I feel like I have to get one.
Yeah.
Like, I want one. But like I don't
Is that
travel
the
enough.
mobile PC
You're-
thing that you were
you're-
talking about last
Yeah.
night?
You're
I want one of those.
enabling us.
How much is
Because
that?
I will do it.
Yeah, thanks.
If it's under $200, I'll do it. If it's more than
I
that,
think
then
it's 5.
Nah,
You're
there's
buying
different
a
versions.
console.
Let's find
You're
out.
buying a console, dude.
Yeah.
then I gotta wait till Black Friday. Bro, I'm trying to get a deal on that shit.
It's
And
on
you know what, you
Amazon
probably-
right
and you know
now.
what, you probably will.
1 terabyte. It's $539.
Yeah, wait until Black Friday. That's what I'm gonna buy.
That's-
That's the only time I'm gonna buy because I spend that kind of
Is a
money
lot.
without a deal.
It is
So-
a lot,
That's a lot
but
of money.
Is it?
we
you,
could play Steam.
You,
at
you
our
play
computers at
Steam
work.
on it,
Yeah.
and it's not like a remote streaming thing.
No.
Can you do other things on it, or is it purely just?
I'm pretty
a
sure it's just
gaming
a
thing?
computer.
I thought it was just gaming.
So you can go on like YouTube
Yeah.
and stuff.
I think so. Yeah.
Anybody in the chat got a
Crazy.
Steam Deck?
Oh, Spencer has one.
Spencer's got one.
Well,
Spencer,
Spencer, no,
is that
that's
Hunter?
Hunter over
Spencer,
there.
is it worth
That's
it?
Hunter over
It's
there.
Hunter.
Hunter.
Just because they're white doesn't make them the same.
Channel your inner Spencer.
Hunter, yell to Spencer and ask.
No, Spencer's. Stop it. No.
It's not worth it.
Look,
Stop
man.
jiggling your titty. What are you doing?
Look, man, you
Bro,
can't
sometimes you
you
gotta do
can't
your
tell
tits.
me to buy stuff because I'll do it.
I know you will. Also, I do have a question for you. So listen, and this is slightly off topic.
In fact, I have a product to share with you guys today, but we'll get to that. You know,
Oh
like-
God.
So I know that you got into drones and FPV, right?
Yeah.
And like, I fuck with
Never
drones,
did anything with it.
and I think they're cool. And you
Ran-
got the DJI one, and I still want to
Ran
fly.
into my first obstacle and gave up.
You know, that's
I thought you
that's
had
ADHD, right? But here's the thing. One, knowing and learning how to make drones is like I think an important thing for the future, probably. Two, drone shots are kind of boring. That's all.
They are
They're
now.
being overused.
They are now. FPV is interesting because it's like manual and dynamic, but like regular drone shots is like, yeah, okay, cool.
Oh, and even for FPV, I think that, and this isn't me shitting on FPV
Dude.
because the dude who made the fastest one in the world, who they did a F1 car chase with it,
Yeah.
and it looks super cool, but also like it's like a one shot in movies. Like they're cool when they can be really cool, and if they're not, it's just like cool. So you can do a one shot.
So like,
It's like cool, you got a drone in your movie, like establishing shot. Woo!
when I was into FPV, that was when the hobby was kind of transitioning from like underground to mainstream.
Yeah.
It was like in that transition, and all those guys that I was following then, like, you know, they had like small channels and stuff. They're working in Hollywood now. They're
One
like,
of them was at he was at PopCon last year. Nerd.
Dude, they do insane stuff, dude. Like the level of like some of them probably like Army drone pilots now, man. Like they do crazy ass shit.
The drone races.
Yes.
I still love watching. Like I'll watch.
They're
them.
Those are
great.
fun. On ESPN?
They're so
Yeah.
great, dude. They're so. fun.
I think they haven't had one in.
They haven't had it. They haven't in like years.
The thing
with
but
the-
they got tagged now.
The thing with the ESPN one,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
ESPN
yeah.
one though, is they limit everybody to like the same type of drone. But if there's like,
I want like battle bots.
yeah,
Like, we're
there's-
customizing these.
there's
bad boys.
independent races where everybody brings their own, and it's
See, that's
more
gotta be
more
wild.
Fast and the Furious, but
Yeah.
with drones.
And so-
Oh my God, that'd be
It's
such a cool world to
it's
be
fu-
in.
It was.
Yeah.
I want to get
yeah.
back into
I
it.
think drone racing is fucking sweet, and I do think the only actual application for drone and filmmaking that I'm waiting for that is inevitable, which I had this idea way before Helldivers, but like someone who strapped a fucking gun on a drone, I was like, yeah, in the future you'll be a soldier and your drone will just follow you and like shoot targets for you. It'll be messy and shitty and awful and indiscriminate,
I think
and that
someone
child
did that
over
and
there
got arrested.
isn't an actual enemy combatant, but your fucking drone with the gun on it doesn't care.
I think that exists.
I mean, so they put the drone with the, but it's like flight times and shit. Like you could put it up for 20 minutes, but once they're able to figure out how to like keep it up forever, and you load up your fucking weapon with, I don't know, 1,000 rounds of ammo, whatever. But here's the actual good civilian use. Just a cameraman that follows you. Right? Like third person camera all the time.
I mean,
They
kind of have. I mean, they have a follow feature.
but they need to be small. They need to be able to fly for up to an hour. They all can't do that. And they need to be able to hold a 4K camera that's going to get like the kind of shots that I want. You know what I mean? Like instead of me doing this for a vlog, my drone just follows me and I'm just like, no, move around to the front. Cool. And so now we're doing the front walk and talk. And I'm like, we do that portion. And I'm like, all right, stop here.
That
It
should
moves
be
over
kinda
here
cool.
for the side. So then I can do like a side profile. And switch to the extra
and it needs
camera.
to be silent.
There's got
Yeah.
to
So
be
as to
someone
not to
working
get
on
the
this.
bad
So
audio.
you get your audio on you here. And maybe it's not silent, but maybe your audio.
It could still probably pick up the.
But I was gonna say, but if your audio has, which is super easy to do, I assume, because some audio already has this. If it has the AI technology to remove exactly drone sounds,
Yeah.
it'll just cut the drone sounds out, right? And then so it's just getting your voice and like maybe the sounds of shit around you. Like all of this is possible.
Hey, we can make
Yeah,
that
it
shit.
just
is.
once
Chris,
it
let's
follows
script
you.
this shit.
Ain't none of us engineers.
We can find an engineer.
All right, sure.
I was gonna say,
We
at it.
can
I
get
feel
onto
like,
this.
I feel like we're probably close.
Yeah,
We,
but that's why
uh,
once my camera can just follow me and do third person the whole entire time,
That'll
be cool. But then once again, like that's the reason why I think that technology won't get old, because like someone following you with a camera is something we've already been doing for so long,
someone's
that
working
we're
on
just
it.
kind of going to be used to it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think
All right,
that
stop
shit gets
talking
important.
about it. We good.
I am
Okay.
someone in Purdue's
like
making it.
97% sure this like
Yeah, someone in Purdue
it
right
either
now is
exists
doing
in a
it, like-
lesser capacity, but like they've done it.
All right, well, shit. That's all. I just think that'd be cool.
Can I
Sure, show us your thing.
Can I share the product with
Yeah.
you guys?
What is?
Did you give it? You want to? You want to tell Hunter about it?
Yeah,
Did you buy
Hunter.
this
Hunter,
already?
Did
I
you buy this? You just want
no, I didn't buy it, but I'm gonna, and you guys are gonna too.
Cool.
No, we're not.
You want to go? You want to
Yes, you
secretly
are.
tell Hunter? You want to yell it?
No, Hunter, do you have the short pulled up? Okay, don't
my
pull it up
God.
yet. Let me introduce it first. Okay,
a thing
let me
already.
bring you guys into my mind. Okay,
Oh, God.
this is how level 7 susceptible happens. Okay,
Oh God.
it's it's whatever the product is. It's got to look cool, and the marketing has to be good.
Okay.
But in this case, I was on YouTube Shorts. Okay, and I think the channel is Mr. Bossman, right? Am I right on that, Hunter?
Well, susceptible.
If the advertisement's good enough.
Mr. Who's the Boss. Okay, so Mr. Who's the Boss, I think he's like a tech reviewer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I saw this product. I don't need it. You guys probably don't either. But I promise you, you're going to want it.
Okay.
All right? Cue it, Hunter.
Oh, God.
Let's fucking watch this, dude. This is called the Neo Ruler.
All right.
It's the fucking coolest thing.
Show me this new ruler, baby.
Shout out to Mr. Who's the Boss.
Huh. Okay, that is pretty fucking sweet. All right.
You don't need it, but now you want it. Your life is.
I don't know when I would ever.
a
Yeah,
few-
when I would have used that.
When I
don't
look
build
at a lot of
shit.
things,
all
I
the
try to
time.
think how much.
Well, I don't
how
build
many
shit
of
all the
these things
time.
all
do I
the
usually
time.
use?
I just want it.
Yeah.
just
How
have
often are
it.
you measuring shit,
It's
man?
got features.
How much
Right?
is it?
How
Actually, you know what?
it's got features.
Look, I actually probably would.
Say something real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Here.
Anyone who does like Warhammer tabletop just lost their goddamn mind. They're like, oh, I could rule lawyer the fuck out of this stuff.
Dude, no.
Hunter's
Yeah, the
buying
whole scale
Tabletop
thing.
games. All right, tabletop makes a lot of
scale
sense.
thing-
Hunter's getting this
Look,
shit
a
for
few
sure.
minutes ago, you didn't know about this, but now you don't know what you
It's
need it
cool.
for.
I ain't gonna
you
lie.
don't
It's
know what you
cool.
need. I'm
It's
getting
cool.
one, dude.
How much is it?
$100.
That's not.
$100
Nah.
to measure some shit.
Yeah,
What?
but how often you gonna use it though? Is it
Did
worth
you
$100?
did you see the features?
I
It's
love
like-
it. It's dope. I ain't gonna lie.
I feel
I
like you're
actually-
selling me the Pythagorean theorem.
I
and I'm
actually
just not
could
gonna
see
use it
myself
for that.
using this because I
Exactly.
draw, so I the whole like measuring the dividing the paper thing,
you makes sense.
like that alone.
For you, makes sense.
You know, dude,
draw. I
you
don't
you
draw.
don't have to fucking be like, oh, what millimeter am I on?
yeah,
You
how
know, it's
often am I
it
measuring
says it
it?
for
I'm
you.
measuring in
It
millimeters.
says it for you. You know,
How
right.
often am I measuring?
I do
it?
think it's a super cool gadget, but also, I guess I'm about to be a boomer here. You got these things called tape measurers.
Yeah, I've got.
Yeah,
there
but
are
you-
things
what
that
do you- what do
already
you
do
do?
it.
Yeah,
like,
but
oh,
if you learn how to use a tape measure correctly, you're learning a skill. This
is it-
thing, a
is-
skill that can be applied to so many different things.
oh yeah,
Yeah, being able to.
where's your abacus, man?
Okay, I don't have an abacus, but that's the thing though. Math is hard,
asshole.
so you just let your brain delete that. But if you wanna, you out here, you trying to build an extra part onto your shed or some shit, you got to get this fucking electric thing out. It's raining. It doesn't even look like it can do a meter. It's
Listen.
gonna be like, yo, bro,
it's only
I'm
a
an
foot.
inch long. I'm a foot long. What do you want from me?
It's shiny. And I'm getting one.
And when this
It's
motherfucker
shiny.
busted out a map,
Right?
Right?
A
How cool is that?
physical
Now
map.
that, now
I
that
have
is
an
definitely a
app for
gimmick.
it.
Who the fuck is
Yeah,
measuring
because I got Google Maps. I'll just ask it. Unless if I'm in some
But
post-apocalyptic
you could
world
if you
where I
wanted
need
to.
to see how many kilometers it is between Paris and fucking anywhere else. Yeah, a cartographer.
No, who's got a map to measure? You know,
Yeah.
like an actual like a map, not like
Fuck,
not
of
not
course
fantasy
you
maps,
do.
like a map.
But look, here's the thing. If I'm in some fucking post-apocalyptic world where I need to know how many miles it is between Paris and fucking, I don't know, Angola, wouldn't I just get out a goddamn ruler that doesn't need to charge, that is forever?
and I gotta charge it.
Does chat? What is chat saying? Do they want?
They
one?
don't want it either.
Come
It's
on, chat.
$100. You
Come on,
lost
chat.
$100.
Come on,
Shit,
chat.
you
If it
guys
was
got-
20, I would have done it. If it
you
was
got
$20, I would have done it.
$20 would have been
Look up the
crazy.
Neo ruler
That's
short.
it's a fucking.
How often am I measuring
This-
shit to be worth $100 for me?
This is a technological leap in measurement. Okay,
You
know
gotta
what?
buy
you
it
know
and
what?
frame
You know
it?
what? Next time you do have to measure something, and you're like, "Oh, is it 3.75 or 3.76?"
So they got this thing called the metric system, which takes that completely away. What you're bitching about is
no,
inches
there's
and shit.
still points and metrics,
Yes,
right? There's still
there are.
in-betweens.
No, yeah, the in-betweens
In-betweens.
are between the numbers 1 and 10. It's super easy.
Well, you know what? There's gonna come a time where you're gonna be like, you know what? That would have been pretty cool right now in this situation. I'm getting one. I'll review it. I'll let you know how it goes.
Thank you.
what
Bring it
he
into the
needs to-
office so we can all play with it and then never touch it again.
And he's gotta do the
Do
rest
we
of
have
like the
do we
the
have a
things.
podcast budget to buy one and measure things with it? We could measure.
This TV.
You know, the fans could send us things to measure, and we can do it live.
Send in shit to me. We're gonna get a bunch of dick pics.
Yeah, we are.
Mickey,
That's how we get. Bunch of dick pics and dildos.
I'm approving the budget for you to buy this.
It's gonna be.
I need you to order it today so that next week the fucking Neo ruler is here and we can all look at it in person. And we can measure.
We're dropping. How are we gonna use this?
Enough.
Once, that's it.
Enough.
No.
It's gonna be forever.
The budget's
on the
been
internet.
approved. It's happening.
If I hold it and it's got a good weight to it, you might sell me. I
Oh
don't
my
know,
god.
just-
Okay, I'm gonna have to think of a segment to like measure things.
No, just bring the ruler and all three
We'll
of us
just
will
show
bring you things to measure.
Yeah, we'll show
We'll
the
test the
uses of
ruler.
it.
Okay,
You can measure it live here on camera.
sick.
No dicks,
All right.
obviously.
No dick.
We're doing new. Okay.
Man, we get
Unless
Pat, if you
Twitch.
come with a $100 cool thing once a month, Chris is expending a $100 a month budget for something dumb now. This is our new trend.
You know what?
What dumb thing you want to buy?
we're gonna stop doing movies completely and just start doing $100 a week.
Will it blend segment?
Just fuckery. Will it
blend?
Does it bounce on a trampoline? Like,
I'm telling you, man. We gotta get some. Innovation segments, stuff.
things.
All right, here's
But
the only
anyways,
downside.
That's
is,
how it happens. Okay, I'll be scrolling and then I'm like, whoa, what is this? And then somebody sells it really well, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get it now.
the only thing is I don't want us to be inundated with more crappy bullshit that we don't need. So if you do get something like the Neo ruler, it's fine. I don't know.
I
Mickey's
think
gonna
I'm
get to keep it
sincerely
at
just
home.
gonna get one for myself. I think I would actually use it.
All right, yeah, get it, bring
Yeah,
it.
I'll bring it in. We'll measure things.
All right.
Okay, that was my thing.
Pat has a bunch of sports shit he wants to tell us that
Yeah.
he was going really hard about, and I was kind of listening, and so now I'm ready to actually listen.
All right, here we go. So
Sports with Pat.
Indiana.
Hold on, no, we got to a segment. Travis goes, dun-dun-dun. Sports with Pat.
All right.
That's not rehearsed.
Anyway, so Indiana Fever. It's
Yeah.
our team, our women's basketball team, professional team.
Go Fever.
We just drafted a once in a generational basketball player, Caitlin Clark. You love Caitlin Clark?
You know, she got you didn't hear about the reporter?
No.
Oh fuck, you keep going. I'll tell you about the
All right.
reporter.
Anyway, so she's now Fever, and last year we also got a number 1 pick last year, and she's not a once in a generational player like Caitlin Clark, but now we got 2 number 1 picks. I think Indiana's women basketball is going to. If you guys didn't know, Indiana women's basketball has won a championship over the Pacers. Pacers never won a championship, and Indiana women's basketball has won a championship. But now we're
And
going
to be clear, we're talking about Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Is she like
He is saying
who's the
Caitlyn.
famous soccer player? Mia Hamm.
Mia Hamm.
Is she like that status?
She's
I think you're thinking of Lauren Holiday, who played for the women's national soccer team and won, and also went to Ben Davis High School and graduated in 2006, baby.
Mia Hamm, yes.
Sorry.
She was the one that was always doing the stuff with Michael Jordan in the
Wasn't she always
Commercials,
on the U.S. team?
too. I think so, yeah.
I think
She was
so.
a beast.
Okay. But Caitlin Clark. Okay.
Caitlin Clark. She is
Caitlin Clark.
So do you know who Steph Curry is?
Yes.
She's Steph Curry.
Oh damn. Okay.
So she could shoot far
She's
and she's
stepping away.
really
Wait,
good.
hang on. Is she the girl? There's this viral video of like a bunch of frat dudes going to a high school basketball game to like diss on this girl because like she's so good, and she just keeps swishing like she doesn't
I haven't seen
miss.
that.
I don't think that's
And
it.
you see these frat boys in the crowd just being rowdy as fuck, like trying to distract her, and she doesn't miss a single shot. And you can just, and then they're just silent, and then just there at a
I
high
want to
school
see
game.
this.
I want to see that. I
Yo,
that.
I want to see
Hunter,
that.
try to pull it up.
But
look up frat boys try to distract high school game or something. Frat boys high school basketball game, something like that.
So I don't know if that was her or not. But anyway, so she is going to be here playing for us. So it's going to be good. We also Colts are going to be good because we also got a once in a generation quarterback from last year. So
Who's our new quarterback for the Colts?
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony
Richardson from Miami.
Miami,
Okay.
Indiana, Miami, Ohio, or Miami, Florida.
Oh, so he's actually from University of Florida.
Okay,
Miami,
University of Florida, but he's
Yeah.
Miami.
there's a lot of
And
Miamis.
yeah, and then the Pacers are also good right now. So it's a good time to be Indiana sports fan. All right. So here's also what happened in sports, which is kind of stupid. One person got banned.
Oh, hold on. Before the Caitlin Clark thing.
Yeah.
So one of the reporters for, I think he works for the Indy Star or something like that. He did this goofy ass shit. Caitlin Clark be doing the heart thing. He did the heart thing to her, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you like that? You love that?" And he was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Yeah, I do that for all my family." He was like, "Well, if you start doing that to me, maybe I could be your family," or some shit like that. And like, it wasn't. So people are really shitting on this dude a lot for it, and it was cringy, and it was kind of that like, "Where's my hug?" type of dude shit, where they're just like, and he apologized a bunch for
That
it. They were
was
like,
cringy
"Buddy,
as fuck.
Bro,
yeah, they're
wait,
like-
and like she just got to Indiana.
Just got to Indiana,
Just
dog.
got here, and you motherfuckers
She
are
is gonna
already
put-
being
she-
Indy.
She is gonna put us on the map. She is that good. Like I'm talking.
She already did, and we got awkward reporters. That's
Right.
first.
She is
First
going
thing.
to like Indiana Fever's merchandise is gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's gonna go crazy. She's already doing Nike commercials. Nike did a commercial for her leaving Iowa. She already has deals. Like she's gonna be like Steph Curry, LeBron James level for Indiana. You guys have no idea how great that is.
I was looking at. They were talking about how like she is like helping make a lot of like headway for what's going on in women's basketball.
Yeah.
But she's still signed in at I think it's like about $300K.
Yeah,
over
she's so
4 years.
her contract compared to this. So our
Yeah.
Colts quarterback, right? Last year's rookie contract, he's going to get a rough rate around $36 million. Okay?
Well, no, the rookie in NBA last year, it's $55 million.
Yeah,
Like,
I was comparing like our Colts quarterback, his rookie contract,
Yeah,
and
so-
her contract is around like $60,000.
You know what we can do to fix this? Who went to a Pacers game last year?
I did.
Did you go to a Fever game?
No.
So we got to go to Fever games.
She is
We
going
need
to
to
help
go.
us.
Yeah, we need
Oh
to go
my
to.
God.
If we want WNBA players to make their money, we gotta go. We gotta go support. That's it. You can't bitch about it on the sidelines. There is a pay gap, and there is a reason actually, and that reason is because the WNBA ain't making money like that. So we
Let's
need
come
to
to water,
shift
flex
them
that shit
dollars,
out.
dog.
Before we move on, the video I was talking about, it is Caitlin Clark.
It is
so
Caitlin Clark?
I'm gonna help Hunter pull it up. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
so funny.
So and then NBA player.
Yeah.
He got banned for life, and he's an actual. So he's a basketball player. A younger brother, his older brother, is an NBA champion. He won the championship last year. His older brother,
gambling?
gambling. His older brother won the championship. He's making about 198 million. His younger brother, he's probably making around 600,000. So this what
Oh, boo, fucking who?
this what happened. So he was in the league, got hurt, and then went overseas, and then came back in the league, and he got an opportunity. What a lot of people are suspecting is organized crime got into him.
Which specific organized crime do we know? Is it the mob?
We don't like that. It's
the
just
Bloods,
rumors.
the
It's
Crips,
just rumors.
Latin Kings?
I don't know if it's the Crips. I don't know who it is, but they just said organized crime. So that's what the rumor is. Like they got to him and they were telling him to underperform when he's playing, so they could put prop bets for him. Like
throw the game.
They didn't even. I don't think
Not
they
throw
told
the
him,
game, but-
or because he put bets on himself too.
Yeah.
So he put bets on himself to underperform when he plays. He also put bets on his team to lose. He also faked sick so he would not play to win a bet. He also had there was video out there for him to when he was trying to miss. He actually made it, and he was like, oh.
So I guess the question is, isn't that all pretty easy to track?
Oh yeah, so this is what happened. So he made a parlay bet. He made two parlay bets. One parlay bet he won, and he won $80,000 underperforming shit. And then he made another parlay bet was 1.2 million
On himself.
On himself, and he put it parlay. It was underperform, and the team was going to lose and all that stuff. So he made 1.2 million. DraftKings was like, okay, now something's fishy. So DraftKings looked into this and immediately found out what's going on. Went to the NBA, and so they found out that he and there's organized crime, and like we don't know for sure. These are all rumors.
No way.
These are all rumors.
Gambling.
It's a group
You
of
don't
dudes
say.
gambling on
So-
themselves.
Gambling is fishy.
And then so they were looked into it, and they found out that what was going on, that it might be organized crime, but they also noticed that he not only because those two bets were really big, so that it was DraftKings were able to look into it, but there's other people making the same bets as him, so they automatically kind of now the rumor is organized crimes because they took there's other people making the exact same bets he was, and now he is officially banned from the NBA. And again,
Who are we talking about?
Jonte Porter, brother of Michael Porter, who just won the championship last year.
Sheesh.
And so he
That's
is
just
banned.
embarrassing.
First player,
One to sully the name.
first player to be banned. First player
Since like the 50s or something. How long ago?
Like from the NBA. Like
from the
he's-
NBA
Like you just go
For life.
for life.
Like damn.
So
Well,
he can't play. He can't be associated with the
fucked
NBA or
around and
anything like
found
that, or anything around the NBA. So he can't be in the G League or anything like that. So my question on this is, because he's a nobody.
Sure.
This is probably the perfect good example to make out of him for a nobody to ban him life. Well, let's say this: if it was a player
they wouldn't do it.
that was not even LeBron James level, but let's say in the top 100 or
would-
the top,
they wouldn't do
the
it.
top 50. like players like that. Do you think they would ban them from life? Because that's money they're losing.
They would have to, but also the players need to be paid incentively enough to not need to want.
But
to
it's
bet on
hard. But you
themselves.
can't do that. 'Cause, like they also got to like earn that money.
They
You
That's what
can't
I'm saying.
just-
Like the
they
top
won't
100,
do
though,
it.
right?
yeah,
They
top
won't-
100 wouldn't do it though.
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully, the top 100 makes so much money,
Yeah.
and they have a long like. It has to be like if
wouldn't
Doodle's
make
only
sense
making
to gamble.
600,000, which is a shit ton of money, but for him, he's like hedging his bets, and he's like, I'll probably only ever make this amount, and I could probably only be in the NBA for the next 5 years. If I gamble on myself right now, then he's looking at how many dollars he can make now based off his prospective career.
yeah.
So a LeBron James or anybody, my bad, not LeBron, anybody else in the top 100, they should ideally be making so much money with such a long
They
enough
do.
career that they're incentivized not to be
The
greedy
top
in that
100 is
way.
at least
Yeah.
making 100 million.
Then they should be good, right?
but,
That's
I mean,
what I'm
they,
saying.
They still do though, but yeah, they wouldn't do that for the same reason that YouTube hasn't deplatformed like a bunch of people that should have been deplatformed because they like people like top YouTubers, the shitty ones, like they break TOS all the time in very, very, very blatant ways. And there's favoritism in every industry.
Oh, I
Who-
that,
Whoever's making the top bucks, like they're not going to do that.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's no way they said ban for life because he's a nobody. Because if that was somebody else, I don't think they would have done that.
Okay.
You would think you should be able to like
it would
bet
probably
on
just be a
yourself to
heavy
win.
fine.
Yeah,
You
but-
can, betting on yourself to win now?
Yeah, like you should be able to bet on yourself to win though. Like I feel like that would make
You
sense.
could bet on yourself to lose though.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
but
you
that'd be
could,
bad.
And then you could try to make yourself lose. Like you could actually perform poorly. Like
But
if you have to bet on yourself to win and then actually win, like I feel like that would make
so
sense.
okay, well then let me give you the perfect reason why that's impossible. So you're Steph Curry and I'm LeBron James.
Mhm.
Okay, I've bet on myself to win, and we're
Yeah.
playing the Golden State Warriors. And because I'm LeBron James, I bet $100 million. Cool. And even if I win, it's going to be $200 million that I get. Right? Let's just say it pays out one. Right?
Run with my
Cool.
ducats.
And so hey, Steph, you're on the other team. Can you do me a favor? Can you suck, and then I'll give you $100 million later?
No,
Why not?
because my name's on the line. I'm Steph motherfucking
You're gonna lose
Curry.
a game eventually, Steph. I'm trying to give you
Yeah,
$100
but it
million.
ain't gonna be to you, LeBron.
Okay.
Light power.
Then I'm just gonna find whoever else plays on the Golden State Warriors. Say, hey, go trip that nigga
Right.
for $100,000.
right, get him hurt or something like that.
I feel
I do. I think gambling in sports is a tricky thing. I still don't think it like the way how easy it is. It shouldn't be able to be that easy.
Sumo wrestlers.
What about sumo
That'd be
wrestlers?
sick.
This happens. This has happened with sumo wrestlers in the past.
For real?
Are they throwing
Yes.
fights?
Yes. Okay.
It happens with boxing.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. But
Right,
I mean,
today.
but the thing with the sumo wrestlers is that it's been somewhat proven. It's all right. So there's this movie called Freakonomics where they talk about the economics of different things. They found out that
Good.
sumo wrestlers,
Documentary.
for the most part, because like if you lose like I forget what the stipulation was. I haven't seen it in a while. But if you lose like 3 titles in a row or something like that, then like you're banned from playing, right? But all these fucking sumo wrestlers know each other, and they're like time and time again, every single time it comes to a dude who has 2 losses and a guy who only has 1 or who has no losses, the guy who has 1 or none always loses.
Well, that's just
every single
camaraderie.
time. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So like you put money on it, right? Then all of the players now have an incentive to make this shit the WWE and stage games in order to make the most amount of money possible.
Yo, dude, after the fentanyl epidemic, it's going to be the gambling epidemic.
Oh,
It's-
I 100% agree.
It's creeping into our society, and we're gonna like no one's paying attention to it, but we're gonna feel the effects of it in about like 5 to 10
There are
years.
so many gambling websites or like,
Especially
apps,
the crypto
and
casinos,
and
dude.
on top of that, there's like so many new ones that are popping out. Like they're like Price Picks, Underdogs, so things like not the big ones as FanDuel, DraftKings, but like there's so many little ones. One more thing that happened along with gambling was in a different sport, in baseball, Major League.
Wait, before we move on to that, can we finish up the
Yeah.
gambling? Okay, I'm gonna swing it back to. So I'm excited that it's the same person. So before we cue this up, this is either when she was still in high school or college. I guess college would make more sense. But a group of frat dudes from the competing college, they all went, like a group of grown men, went to this game to yell "overrated" over and over again at Caitlin Clark.
Why she?
Yeah,
You think they bet against her?
Watch what
Yeah, no,
happens.
that
Watch
makes
what
sense.
happens. It didn't phase her at all, and just to see their demeanor shut down, and then halfway through the game, they just have to accept that they're gonna have to stand there while they lose. Like it's just, it's beautiful. All right, Hunter, cue it up.
Now she stepped back on your ass.
No, she got game. Look at that.
Bro, half court. That was
Half
half
court?
court.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she is good.
She's glitched the game.
It's not the exact video, but they were being rowdy. I guess they're not gonna show the rowdy part. But that's the frat section. They're just Well,
We're just quiet.
I kind of want to go watch her play.
Bro, she is. I watched a couple games.
She's
and-
insane.
What's the one player, Odom from Indiana?
She's like
Greg.
shooting from half court consistently. She's not even going to the
Bro,
three.
right? She's like, I'm not trying to waste the energy.
This is high school, so that's why it looks like that.
It is high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
We saw-
So then that's even worse. A group of college dudes went to a high school game to yell overrated
This
at
is high school.
at a high school girl.
That does not make
Not
sense.
the dudes are from college. That's a frat
Those
house.
dudes they're dumb as fuck.
Bro,
Bro,
she's just out here hustling.
I wish they showed the beginning of them being hype as fuck because they're like jumping in the bleachers, just being like overrated, and then she just shuts them down.
Bro.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah, it
she
hurts.
said she finished them 42 points. Her damn
Ah,
self.
she said, I'm doing it
So it's
myself.
exciting. We got her.
Yeah.
Damn.
I do want to.
That's
So,
pretty fucking wild. Man.
did Greg Odom go to LN?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
dude, she's
him
gonna be
and,
putting on a
uh,
show, dude. She's gonna
him-
be putting on a show.
Him and Conley.
So Greg Odom played against. I was like in the Ben Davis pep band, and he played against us, and like everybody was like, motherfuckers showed up. We're like, all right, we about to take this L, and everybody was just kind of like in awe. We're like, this thing was like 7 foot tall, bro. He
And
just
how old
stood
are
under
you?
the rim,
How old are
dog.
you? Because I saw Greg Oden at Taco Bell right before he was going to go to Ohio State, and
It'd been
he
2007
looks like
for
a
me.
grown ass man
Bro,
at
yes.
16. I'm like, how old are you?
You know, that's a thing that Gen Z looks older. Like it's like a big conversation online.
It's like they were born with cigarettes.
Like
in their
us,
mouth.
we look younger for our age, and
Fuck
Gen
with
Z
it.
looks older.
Oh, I was
for
talking
their
about Greg Oden. He was back when we were young.
But
okay.
So before you get to the last thing, I just wanted to say this. Like because we refuse to like regulate shit, like let's organize crime get in the way. I'm just saying we legalize gambling, regulate it hard. Legalize prostitution, regulate it hard. Legalize fucking weed, regulate it hard.
It's because
like,
of the fucking lobbyists.
If we
bro.
could just do all of those things, then it wouldn't
just
be
be
like,
Vegas.
oh, woe is me. They're using Chinese slaves to grow the
There's-
weed. And it's like, how did we get this far?
There's three things that need to happen to improve our society immensely. First is term limits.
Yep.
Second is no fucking lobbying.
Money out of politics.
And third is true separation of church and
Church
state.
state, yeah.
The president should not be swearing to a fucking Bible when he's sworn in.
Yep.
Like, there you go. The rule is broken right there. I feel like there's a lawsuit there. I just don't know how to make it happen. Can I sue the United States?
Man,
Because
many have tried.
there is no separation of church and state here, bro. It's
You can
so
try.
it's fucking disgusting, dude.
So is this last sports thing.
last thing. So different
Baseball.
sport, baseball, Major League Baseball, and it's also a big team, Los Angeles Dodgers. And this guy is Shanti Otani. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name. He's a Japanese player Japanese player. He's also once in a generation. Like he's LeBron James. He's doing shit.
What is baseball?
But he's coming from overseas, so he's now on the.
I mean, if he's Japanese or Cuban,
yeah,
he's
so
coming
he-
to play baseball.
Yeah,
man.
and he is like really, really, really good.
What's he
So what
use?
happened was he has a translator or interpreter or translator. I think that's what.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, he has an interpreter,
Uh-oh.
and so his interpreter, and so we don't know the full story because the FBI is still investigating. The FBI had to get involved. Yes,
FBI.
the FBI had to get involved.
Holy.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
So the FBI
The
had to-
interpreter fucked up, huh?
So yeah, this is how bad it got. So we don't know the true story because what's happening, but this is how it all unfolded. The interpreter said the FBI found large amount of money going to the mob boss. Okay?
Wait, was this? Oh, okay.
So
go on, go
a
on.
large amount of money going to the mob boss, and so then they were Shanti and them, and the interpreter came out saying their interpreter
Was this
in
like
debt.
a after game interview or something?
No, this was an investigation. So
Oh,
I was
okay, okay.
So then Shanti and the investigator come out, and the interpreter says, he didn't trust me to go give me money to get by, so I used his phone to pay the guy off, like my debts off, like the interpreter's debts off to the mob boss. Okay, so the interpreter said that he used Shanti's phone and Shanti's money to pay the mob boss off. Okay.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Okay, so the interpreter had debts with the mob,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
he
the
used-
baseball player wanted to be a friend to pay his debts off. But the interpreter is
The
saying that it was his debts and he paid his own debts off.
No. The interpreter said used the baseball player's money
Right.
to pay it off. So he used his phone to pay it off. Because like, why not just give him the money to pay it? So why is the baseball player
now
linked to the
So
mob
now
boss?
the paper
Yeah.
trail is
so-
on him.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the baseball player has the paper trail, right? So that's what it said. So then what ended up happening? So that was because again he's coming from Japan.
Yeah.
So this is a crime.
Yeah.
So he could get
Is it the-
suspended,
is it the
deported,
Yakuza?
all that. So all this shit's coming out. Like then they were fuck. So they walked back.
Yeah.
They walked back and they just said it was all their interpreter.
Yeah.
So now the interpreter said it was just all him, and we don't know the full story, but a lot of people are saying that Shanti is probably the one making these bets, and then Tripper taking the fall for it. So we still don't know what's going on. I still don't know all of it.
It is. It is kind of funny to think about like the mob needing an interpreter because like they have like some international deal going down.
Like they paid for his schooling and shit. They're like, we made you.
That's the only thing we need. You fucking polyglot.
a mob boss like sign language.
That would be a
expert.
movie. That would be a movie.
So before we get into
that's pretty wild.
the old movie, we have a new section. So somebody reached out and they liked that we answered that one girl's question a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm a life noob, and I need advice." So the new section's life noob.
I love this.
Advice for life noobs.
What's
We've
life
got a question.
Like
it
you
is
need life?
Ooh.
Okay.
yeah, noob. You know, they're like,
That's
I
the
haven't
new-
done a lot of things, so I don't know. So we got a question, but it's dating advice.
That's the new branding. Okay, along with Sherman, we're also starting a war on For Dummies books, but it's for noobs. Okay,
You know those community
Whatever
libraries
sex it
where
really
blah blah
people
blah
put
for noobs.
You know those community libraries where people put books?
Mm-hmm.
We were walking by one yesterday and it had a Sex for Dummies book in it.
Nice.
I was like, I could brush up.
Right, you know, why not?
I could. Oh, maybe.
Have a
All right.
second book.
So this is from Sunshine, one of our followers, one of our fans. He's been a
Sunshine.
NormieCon. What up, Sunshine?
What up?
All right. Sunshine says, "There's a trainer at my gym who I'm flirtatious with.
Ooh.
If it's where she laughs at almost everything I say, even if it's not funny. My personal trainer is back from maternity leave, so this trainer is no longer the one I work with. She added me on social medias unprompted. Any suggestions on what I should do if I want to pursue her outside of the gym relationship? One, yeah. Hit her up and say, hey, glad we're not working together. Would you like to go grab a coffee? I think coffee dates are good first dates.
That is a good first date.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys have to sit and
Unless
talk.
you got
You're not,
anxiety
like,
issues, man, then the
intoxicated.
caffeine can be very counter.
Don't get a coffee, get a tea.
Yeah. I mean, a coffee. You know, just the notion of being at a. Yeah, I think the signs are there. I think ask her out, but like don't get your hopes up either in case you get rejected, in case you misread the situation. Just
Trainers
like,
are supposed to be very
you
kind.
know, don't be. You know, just fucking ask her out, dude.
Yeah.
But also, you need
More
to
advice.
let us know how it goes. 'Cause I feel like this one,
Yeah.
personally, this one sounds like she's super interested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really cool.
I mean, yeah.
What if they get married? What if we gave them advice and they
Hey,
get
whatever
married?
else we did.
he got married.
We will all four officiate
And
it.
don't try to be like a grand gesture about it. Just hey, you want to go out sometime? Just
Yeah.
just keep it
Right,
just keep
really
it chill.
enjoyed our
Dude.
training sessions. Would love if we could talk outside.
Keep it chill.
If we could train outside of the
Yeah,
gym.
don't
we can do some yoga in the
don't send a novel, dude. Just keep it chill. You know. Just
And I do have one bit of extra advice. I think in today's age, a lot of people like to talk a lot on social media before the date. Don't ask too many questions because you don't want to get to the date and then have known everything about this person. Save a bunch of shit for the date, or make the date sooner so that because you know what I mean. Like, do the date as soon as you possibly can, so that way you can be asking those questions at the date because you want to seem like you're having a good conversation then, and not like, oh, I told you everything about me on social media already. So now there's no real point to talk. All right,
maybe even like, I mean, you guys are both like in the gym, so I imagine there's some little bit of a competitive spirit. So I don't know, would axe throwing be a good first date?
No.
You know, it's
I don't
like,
know about
it's,
a good first date.
it's
It's
something-
maybe a
X
second.
throwing.
it's
Yeah,
something fun.
I think
or
the
like
coffee
something,
date's a good
something
first date.
interactive, you know, like something fun.
It's like,
you
if
know?
you do it,
Like
I always like to say
something
do the-
hands-on, you know?
Do the next from MTV thing where you
Axe
have
throwing
the,
third date, not a first date.
You do all three. Like, do something where you guys have to sit and talk. Do something where it's an activity together. Maybe like even molding pots or something like that.
There you go. Yeah,
know what I mean?
some interactive.
And then something to eat.
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Because if the first date does go well and it's coffee, maybe do have something planned secondly. She's like, I don't really have anything going on today. But like, oh, well,
First
actually,
one should
I
be
was
chill.
going to go axe throwing with a special someone, and it looks like you're available. All right, we got one more dating advice question. This time it's from Keyblade. I have a crush on a coworker who's a junior in college and studies painting.
Okay.
She follows me on social media but hasn't replied back to me online, but she does in person. As much as she wants to hang out, she doesn't have much time to do anything with other people but her friends and family. I respect that. So, Keyblade, I'm assuming you're trying to get in there. The truth on that one might be, this might not work out. She just might not have the time.
Yeah, she might
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
yeah. Let her do her own thing.
You could ask her in person, though, since you say that. I mean, it's worth asking, right? Hey,
Yeah.
I just thought, it'd be cool if me and you could go do something. Maybe like a wine and draw
Yeah.
or painting
And you
wine.
know what? I know where you work. You can do that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just an idea, Keyblade.
Yeah,
Get
do
some
that.
wine around there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just the non-responsiveness online that's throwing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
the question.
No,
They're
that
busy.
one, yeah, people just don't
People are
respond back,
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I don't look at my
Hold on,
I don't
Keyblade
know
Lover
who
knows
this is
about LN and Ben Davis. Keyblade Lover, what the fuck?
He's from here, bro.
We have all met him before.
Yeah.
Is that the?
Yes, you had two. And
I don't want to say his name, but
Huh.
yeah, don't say.
I always say his name wrong.
I think,
Oh, no.
I, think
I
I
know.
I think I know who it
Okay.
is.
Yeah, I think we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I think I know who it is. Yeah.
I went to LN. Yes.
One
Now
time
I
I-
remember. Yeah, I'm locked in.
One time I was a PA for a room place commercial, and the person that worked there knew me, and I was like, "Sup?
Sup,
This is my other gig."
Took a lot of turns. All right. Lastly, before we get into the movie, just want to say Fallout was great. Watch Fallout.
Oh my god,
Fallout was
what a
so
fucking-
good.
dude.
One of the
I
best.
literally downloaded like the games last night. At first, I downloaded Fallout 3. Unfortunately, that's a streaming game, and it's a little dated. Even though I feel like that's the better one, I couldn't do it. So then I downloaded Fallout 4, which is like a little bit more updated.
Which one should I get?
Just 4. I think 4. 3 is the better one, but because you can't download it, you can only stream it. It's a shitty like playing experience, and it is pretty dated. 4 isn't bad. It's updated graphics, story still great. Just start with 4,
Right.
and then New Vegas.
Huh.
New Vegas is probably the best one.
So is this like the 100?
Yes.
Like it's supposed to quality,
Yeah.
right?
No. Yeah. Yeah. It is. You should watch it. We all think. In fact, I know you will like it because you're fucked up. There's some shit in it. You be like, oh, bro, that was so cool. I wish we had that in real life.
It is.
It's gory as shit.
They really.
But I haven't played the games. Do I have to?
You don't need to play the
You
games.
don't need to play the games. The thing is they nailed it in every possible way. Even the absurdity of like this being like a really serious story, and there's like really emotional moments filled with a lot of heart, and then there's just fucking goofy,
Just absurd.
over the top violent shit. It's just like it captured the spirit of the game in every way possible. It's a masterpiece.
Also, I just saw this on Instagram, but one of the kids that's in there, or one of the actors in there, he used to be a kid on Hannah Montana.
Oh yeah. It's the Norman.
Oh, and the
Norman, short.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the little snot I was looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the main character, Ella Purnell,
Uh huh.
she's British, and on a different project, like her American accent is so good that like on a different set she did that, and then when she started speaking normally, like the cast and crew were like, okay, stop fucking around. It's like all right, well you get it. You got
She's
a
like,
good
no,
British
I'm
accent. No,
actually
it's like no,
British.
this is my real
This is
voice.
me.
Like her American accent is so good they didn't believe her when she spoke her actual
That's
accent.
funny.
Nice. All right. Well, with that
This is
being
wild.
said, we're gonna get into Obi-Wan Kenobi's dick.
Dude,
Huh?
the
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing I couldn't deal with in this movie is like the gross parts,
Bro.
namely the sheets and the Scottish bathroom.
The worst
Fuck.
bathroom in all of Scotland.
I literally almost shut the movie off. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, dude. It was too. And the thing is, like back like late '90s, early 2000s, for some reason that was the cinematic trend to just do really gross fucking shit. And I could. Those were the only two parts that made me crawl out of my skin, and I had to look away. I couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't do it.
The toilet scene is one of my favorite scenes in all of cinema.
That's crazy.
It's one of my favorite scenes. All right, anyway, before we get into it, I need to give
I
everybody
didn't look at it, dude. I didn't look at it.
Trainspotting is a 1996 British black comedy film directed by Danny Boyle.
Black comedy.
Every time you say black comedy, I just,
Dark comedy.
It's like, whoa.
every time you say
Calm
black
down.
comedy, I'm like,
It's a dark
There's
comedy.
no black ones, but I said,
I don't recall any black.
It is a dark comedy starring Ewan McGregor, Ewan Brennerman,
Ewan.
Johnny Lee Miller, Kevin McKidd, Robin Carlyle,
Sure.
and Kelly McDonald.
Right.
You guys Boardwalk Empire?
Yeah.
Is it Shelby?
Sure.
You guys never watched Boardwalk Empire?
I'm bad with names.
No idea.
So the answer is no, you haven't watched it or no idea?
I haven't seen
I've
it.
seen the first
seen it.
10 minutes of the first episode.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a good show. It's
good show.
Steve Buscemi's
Yeah.
like gangster role. Like he's
Yeah.
a gangster.
It's got
Huh.
Chalky White.
And he's fucking dude. It's a great show. I've heard.
He doesn't give off gangster to me.
Yeah, well,
and
because
that's
he's
why-
not that kind of gangster. It's perfect.
And
It's
that's
like,
why it's like iconic.
it's like bootlegging gangster. So he's just like, you know,
This
he's
is
like,
nice,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. He's
This
just
is
handling
his,
shit, being like, hey, where's the booze? Where's the money? Well,
This
I don't
was
want to
his,
do it to you, but someone else will.
This was his Heisenberg role.
Yeah. Anyway, you got fucking. Anyway, whatever. So, So yeah, it's really cool seeing her in it, because Kelly McDonald, because she plays a really big character in Boardwalk Empire, and it's a very like tight laced character. So seeing her, I don't know, loose and drinking and hanging out. Anyway, in the following, it follows a group of heroin addicts in an economically depressed era of Edinburgh. My bad, Edinburgh, and their passage through life beyond drug addictions and other themes in the films, including the exploration of urban poverty and squalor in Edinburgh. So. Give me your general ideas about the movies, and then we'll talk about the characters and shit.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. First, we saw meth in the last movie. Well, I feel like on meth you could do shit, but on heroin you just sleep.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if we're throwing pros and cons out of it.
I guess we're making a Venn diagram.
I mean, if we're picky,
I'd rather do meth.
You rather do meth?
Yeah, because I'm more effective. I'm doing shit.
You're eating your fingers off. I'd rather be
heroin. I'm sleeping. I'm wasting a day.
Exactly.
You're wasting a day on meth.
You just don't feel like
you're wasting 72 hours on meth eventually.
How? You get shit done on.
No.
Yeah, when you crash, you'll be in a coma.
I feel like in Spun, while you're talking about wasting a day, he stayed up for what appeared to be a week and got shit done, but driving people around.
There was a lot of pacing back and forth.
There was a lot of this.
There's just a lot happening. He's not doing shit.
Yeah,
that's also true.
The next month needs to be a palate cleanser, man.
It is. It's all Hoosier movies.
Because this is
I apologize. No, but yeah, what was your takes on the movie?
It's a great movie. I think very similar to Spun. It just shows a very realistic depiction of drug addiction. I think addicts hang out with each other because they're the only ones capable of understanding each other.
Yes.
Unfortunately, when one of them gets paranoid or wants to do something rambunctious, everyone in the room is high and they're going to follow that. So it's just like, it's a vicious cycle and it's a very ugly thing, and Ewan McGregor got clean and then he fucking did it again because you got to cut off your friends.
Yeah.
You know, like you have
coming back was the worst.
That's the thing about being a drug addict and going clean, is then you get into this state of like, I guess from the outside looking in, it would be hypocritical of like, all right, well, fuck the rest of you drug addicts, I'm out, I made it out. But like, that's what you have to do. You're so
losers.
You're so vulnerable to that life that you could. It only takes your friend to knock on your door and be like, hey, what you doing today? You know, it's just like
bro popped up with no reason.
He relapsed, and then I guess, you know, again at the end of the movie it's ambiguous because he's like, it's gonna be different this time, I promise. I got the money. You know,
he's gonna waste all that $60,000 in heroin.
I got the money.
I'm super nervous.
I got a goal. We're gonna do it, and it's just sad, man. It's just sad once you fall into that cycle.
Bro, what happened to Tommy was sad.
Bro.
Yeah, Tommy fell from graces, man.
Yeah.
All because his homie stole his porno.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
And why wouldn't? Well, I guess drug addicts don't think straight, but like, bro, he tells you all this shit's going down.
Yeah,
you gotta find a way to sneak that bitch back in.
Right?
Like, oh, well, I'm just gonna return this 100 greatest moments.
Right?
One great moment if you feel
Right. Hey, get no.
Yeah, what was your take on the movie, like as a whole? Like, how'd you?
Yeah, you know what? It was fun. It was great. It was. I have dealt with heroin addicts before.
Yeah.
And I saw a dude die on my couch one day. He came back, but apparently that's just kind of what happens. Like,
yeah,
with heroin.
That's the craziest thing. They're prepared for that.
What?
They're like, it'll probably happen. It's okay. I got Narcan in my pocket.
And so even like to break down that story, it's not like I was watching this dude like do drugs on my couch. Homegirl that I was helping out and I thought was no longer doing drugs. We picked up old boy from prison. Been a while. He's been clean.
Been a while.
Right.
Oh, yeah. First hit out. Oh, might be your last.
So like they go out and they're doing stuff. I'm at home having a good day. She comes back home. I'm like, hey, how was your day? Good. I was like, oh, where's old dude? He was like, oh, he's in the car finishing up a phone call. Cool. He comes upstairs, sits on the couch and just nods off. And I'm like,
must be one hell of a phone call.
I was like, hey, what the fuck is this?
I've seen that before.
Starts shaking, falls over. I'm like, oh, he's dying. We need to get him to a hospital. I pick this dude up. I get him into the car. He finally wakes up, and I'm like, yo, we're about to take you to the hospital. He's like, no hospital. I was like, you guys have to leave.
Yeah, you can be anywhere but not here.
Does not make sense. Like, what?
And I'm calling the police. Like, one way or the other.
They do really good at like how they showed how all that is.
Yeah.
Like, Heroin addicts are just fucking out there, man.
They don't give a fuck.
I didn't know I had
No.
family members that were like heroin addicts, extended family, but they were like, I remember the first time like hanging out with people like, damn, they're sleepy all the time. My mom was like, well, we need to talk about the dope fiend lean, and I was like, what do you mean? And like she puts me on it. But I do. All right, so I have a friend. Sad story. One of our guys like from back like on the west side, like one of the homies always showed up to get shit done, but he's a little rowdy. You've probably never seen the movie Green Street Hooligans, but it has
Yes, I have.
That movie's so good.
okay.
I love Green Street.
Okay, so my guys watched Green Street Hooligans one time, and they were all a bunch of like white boys on the west side who love drinking beer, and they're like, "That's
boy.
us."
Oh,
so
no.
there was a 5-year gap of like starting bar fights, sincerely,
Oh,
like
my God.
actually being like, bar fights is our thing. That's our thing. They did that shit, right? And homie was selling. He was selling like some I don't know, some opioid. He was selling that shit. Got into a bar fight. Got his fucking leg broken. Couldn't afford to go to the hospital, so he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do Oxycontin until my leg's better." Anyway, now he just lives in like a heroin house. Like his mom can't like come to the house anymore. She's just like, I'm giving you and your girlfriend the house. They do heroin. They got like 3 cats, and it smells like cat shit and cat piss all the time.
my
And that's how
God.
fucking Tommy died. And it's just like. So anyway, yeah, like I get it. Like if you've seen this shit, I've never been close to like meth and shit, but I've been close enough to heroin to be like, and it's just like you feel bad, but the movie's a good ride. I think this movie actually does the comedy part better than fucking Spun did. Spun feels like a cry for
Spun
help.
was not funny, bro.
This movie at least has like, oh, like I kind of like these characters. I like
Yeah.
Ren. I get it, right? Spun was like, Jesus Christ, go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
And then if you guys ever make it a Requiem, it's Trainspotting, but without the bright color palette or any amount of humor.
It's somehow
It's
train spotting,
terrible.
but sadder.
It's just,
What?
It's just.
Thank God we didn't watch that movie.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one we're doing next?
No,
No, they're not.
I
We're doing my movie
Hey,
next.
I don't
Yeah.
care if the 3 of us have. I don't care if 3 out of 4 people have seen Green Street Hooligans. We have to.
I
I've
would
never
be
seen
willing to
We
throw that.
fucking have to, dude.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
What
so
is
I'll
the
be down
final
with it.
theme month?
It's a great movie. It's a fucking awesome movie.
Just no bar fights after. All right, so we're gonna talk about the characters. Let's talk about the homie. Also, and just throwing this out there, in 2017, T2 Trainspotting 2 did
Yeah, and
indeed
then it
drop.
fucking
Also directed
bombed,
by
right?
John Boyle. No,
Did it not?
no,
it was-
it's got
I thought it was not
all
good.
of the same characters come back and the same director.
Still doing the same shit.
You want to watch that next?
I kind of want to know what happened.
I kind of want to know if you spent that $16,000
Yeah, what
on
the fuck
drugs
you
or
doing?
not.
I guess we have to know.
I kind of that's like the one that all 4 of us haven't
Did
seen.
it not like? I thought that was not the. I thought
Budget
it was-
18 million, box office 42 million.
Okay.
Made their money
it
back.
hit.
But I
It
think,
hit.
but is it a good movie? I mean, I think it made the money on nostalgia.
I need to check to see. We
Because, like,
can see
check Rotten Tomatoes.
let's check Rotten Tomatoes.
Trainspotting 1 is like on the top 100 list always. Like it's a very influential movie.
Madness, I've never heard of it.
Well, it's like, but come on, you've seen some of these iconic scenes. Any
Yeah,
scene where
no.
anybody's like drying out, they do the fucking. 2 got 81% on Rotten Tomatoes and 78% from the audience. It's a hit. It's a fucking hit.
All right.
So
those are good. Those
we'll
are
discuss
good.
that later. But let's talk about Ren right now. The homie Ren,
Homie Ren.
played by Ewan McGregor, aka Obi-Wan motherfucking Kenobi.
Bro,
He's
but
Obi-Wan. He's a Star Wars guy?
Yeah.
I see why he became a Jedi after this, because that shit would definitely change. He took that money, he got a fucking
So a
spaceship,
Jedi's
and
a
he went
heroin
to a
addict.
galaxy far, far the fuck away.
But yeah, I think his introduction is like, he's like, that's it, I'm off of it, and he like shows you his whole preparation for like preparing to stop doing heroin.
Puts the wood on the door.
Just
He's
immediately.
like, all right,
He
I
got
just need one
TV.
more hit.
See, that's the sinister thing about addiction. It's not the addiction. It's the withdrawal. Because like
Yeah.
addicts don't want to be doing it, but
Yeah.
like some drugs, like heroin, are so fucking powerful that
Yeah.
like quitting it cold turkey will kill you.
Late stage alcoholism, same
like-
thing.
Yeah, like you get to a point where it's no longer your choice, and I think that's the hard thing for people to understand. But again, it's an ugly thing to witness. It's like I don't want to be near that dude. Like
Yeah.
I know he
Yeah.
needs help, but fuck, man, you gotta get your life together.
Yeah.
I know you're not in the mind state to do it right now, and I don't know how to help you because you don't know how to help yourself, and it's just gonna.
Yeah.
It's just fucking. It's bad. It's just bad.
Well, at least in the movie, the way we treat our heroin addicts is let them deal. In the movie, you could go to centers and they'll give you a wasted weed off of it.
They do. They have that here, methadone.
They
but
do,
like,
but
Well, how come them people don't use it?
they
did
do.
you see that he was like, he was like, they gave me 3 pills for the day and I did them all.
Sometimes
and
it
now I
makes
don't
it
have
worse.
any more. And now I'm not going to fucking withdraw. So I'm just going to go do more drugs.
Yeah, sometimes it makes it worse.
Because it's just it's
It's
to help
just
you wean,
enough.
so it's like
Yeah, but,
just a hit. Basically, it's a light hit of.
It's
drugs.
like it would be like going from smoking a blunt of the best weed that's ever been available to you, and then the next thing they give you is like Delta 8.
But not even a whole
It's
Delta
just a
8
bowl.
joint.
They're like,
And
here's
you're just
about
like,
3 bowls.
I guess.
Yeah,
Right.
here's 3 bowls for the day. You're like, all
I
right, but I'm gonna go see my
suppose.
guy in the afternoon.
Yeah.
In fact, it's not even Delta 8.
But at
It's-
that
it's
point,
a
if you're
fucking-
trying
it's
to
a
quit, you
clove
take whatever
cigarette.
you can, though, right?
Quitting
That's
the whole thing.
also a
Quitting's not
problem.
easy. Even by making it easy-ish, it's
You-
still
you're-
not easy. Also, a lot of people, especially in this country, like while we do have places, clean needle exchanges to make sure we're not spreading around fucking dangerous diseases and shit. A lot of people don't want their tax dollars going to that, right? You're like, oh, what? Our roads got potholes in it, and y'all are giving free fucking methadone to the drug addicts down
I
the
mean, our
street.
potholes need to get fixed too, man.
That's true.
They do, but the thing is that like when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, people are less. People in America are less
It's-
willing to spend money on the people who kind of need it in that way.
It's-
Because for us, we see that you put yourself in there. Even though the Sackler family, Sacklers,
The
It-
Sacklers need to
it's,
pay for all this shit.
that'd be
It's
nice.
difficult for the general public to see it as a disease, right? Because like doing drugs is very much a choice.
It starts as a choice.
Yeah,
starts as a choice.
And heroin seems pretty fun.
It's difficult.
Don't do it.
Like it's very difficult because
I
like,
look at what the try to wish they explained it.
it's very difficult for the general public because it's like shit's hard for everybody right now. Like groceries are fucking expensive. People are doing everything they can to get by, and then they look at drug addicts and it's like, fuck you, dude. Like I'm working hard to keep my shit together. Why can't you?
And you're gonna splash my window to steal out my fucking radio?
But it's like at that point, they're past the choice part, and I think that's the hardest thing to get across to people because it is something that needs to be handled, and I think that fixing a lot of drug addicts would fix a lot of fucking problems too.
But you got to fix the main reason why people end up on drugs. And with the place that they live in Edinburgh right now, they ain't got
Yeah.
no jobs and shit. People are struggling for money. So it's like,
yeah, and
if you can fix those-
fentanyl is not coming across the border as the fucking GOP would have you believe.
Right.
They're coming through every legal. They're coming. They're coming. The fentanyl is coming into the country in every means besides the border. Like barely.
and when it comes across the border,
barely
it's
any
in trucks
fentanyl. Yeah,
across the border.
barely any fentanyl is coming across. They're not that fucking stupid. They found better and legal ways to do it. They're like, oh, we'll just mail it in.
What'd you guys?
They're not checking the mail, guys. It's illegal for them to do it. So.
What'd you guys think about the amount of beer that they drank in the movie?
They didn't drink that much beer, did they?
Did they not?
They were
I
constantly
guess I
drinking.
didn't notice.
Because- all right, so
I didn't know.
They
that.
didn't. There was no water in this movie.
They
They were
yeah.
drinking the
The
entire
only
time.
time I
There
saw
was
water
never
drink was
water.
at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
there
you
was.
Oh,
look,
yeah, when he's getting clean.
I've been to Europe before, right? I get it. Like, so all the older folks are like, you guys just can't keep putting that shit in your body. Gluck, 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 gluck. I can't believe you're just gonna poison yourself like that. Gluck, 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 gluck.
Smoking cigarettes.
Fucking chain smoking cigarettes, like everyone's sitting around the
This is
table.
96. This is when you could smoke in restaurants. dude.
After,
this was the
things.
good old
Right.
days.
After he first
You
gets
could go into the airport and sit with your family.
right? Yeah, right. To the gate. After he gets out of that court trial and his parents are like, yeah, you just got to get off this shite. They're all like, the table is full of beers, dog. They're just pounding
yeah.
fucking beers. Like,
And they're smoking.
being like a low-key, like, functioning alcoholic is cool. Like that, like society legitimately doesn't shit on that. But like we do shit on the other stuff because it's so like quick to get at it. And it's like, if, you know, late stage alcoholism moved faster, it'd be much more of a problem. But like alcohol still kills more than all the others. It's just that it's slower. We notice it less. And I think the movie is like, bro, look at how much these motherfuckers are drinking, bro. We're fucking pounding beers, dog.
Plus, people make money off alcohol, so that's why they ain't thinking like that.
So there were some scenes where I was kind of like side watching it.
Yeah.
They kind of glossed over the consequences of like did they get in trouble for the dead baby? And at the end of the movie, when he stabs the guy with the cup,
Yeah.
he stabbed him in the neck. That guy died, right?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
he didn't die, but maybe he did get super fucked up. But also, not Ren. What was the guy's name? Bergby.
Bergby's on
Bergby, he's already on the run.
Like, what happened? Like, it's just crazy.
Bergby gets caught at the end.
Yeah, he does get caught.
Also, was
crazy,
wondering what the
dude.
fuck happened with the baby.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's like, well, the baby died. Anyways,
How
you
the
know
baby
what? Though?
die?
Like,
Negligence?
No one's gonna say
Negligence.
anything, and no one's going to be. It looked like
babies-
the baby accidentally got into some
Yep.
drugs and OD'd. I thought.
Because the baby was in his crib, so he couldn't follow anything. Like that's why I was trying to figure out how he died.
But
But,
that's the fucked up thing about babies is if you're not monitoring them, they can just stop breathing.
You gotta be on top of your babies.
Like it can just happen. Like yeah, they could just be laying in the
I mean,
crib
they
and
could have
die.
been if the baby's breathing into like the blanket's the wrong way or some shit. This is the most amount I know from a book that I read. 10
Yeah,
pages
like-
of. They can get like carbon monoxide pockets. You
It
gotta
can
like
just
move your babies
happen.
and shit. Like you gotta be on top
did
of
not
them.
know that shit.
You need to fucking watch your baby to make sure it doesn't die because
Yeah,
that's all they want to do.
a baby
you
can-
little stupid
Baby
idiots.
can just die.
But yeah,
That's the
that
scariest
part, I had to skip that part of while we were watching it. I've seen the movie already, so I like skipped that and the baby on
Baby
the ceiling.
crawling on a
Baby
fucking
on-
wall. That was too much.
Bruh. Like
He's like, he's just like freak, bro.
I normally don't have that problem. Like I normally don't turn away from movies, but there was 3 specific moments where I turned away from this movie. One, I actually stopped it, got up, and poured myself a glass of vodka.
The sheets, the toilet, and the baby.
Which 3 scenes?
Yeah, which
so
ones were
it
they for
was
you?
so the first scene with the toilet,
Best scene.
with
Hey,
the fucking toilet,
we're-
and you know that
That's
the
one
toilet
of the
thing
worst
happened.
things I've ever seen.
The toilet thing happened, and it didn't set in until the scene after with the high school chick.
yeah.
And he's like walking with her down the street, and literally I clicked and I had to rewind. 'cause
You're
I
like, wait.
spaced entirely
Wait a second.
everything. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Question about
Dude, I
that
was
scene. What do you
cooking
think it's
breakfast.
about?
What?
That scene. What's the point of that scene?
Drowning. In
Oh yeah, him, like I feel like it was that whole how addicts will do anything for the drug.
You'll swim through a world of shit for it, right?
chasing
Dude.
the dragon, and it only leads you down a fucking.
I don't.
And he was chasing a suppository.
A suppository.
it was already in yeah.
I don't know why, but the concept of sticking poop back up my butt makes me so uncomfortable.
Dude, out of all the cinema I've ever watched, I've never had to like look away like that.
It's one of the best scenes ever. You're never going to forget it.
And then
Rent free.
then
Rent free.
and then the shit sheets, man.
sheets!
Why did you touch it? You know you shat. You don't have to touch it to find out, man. Why?
And then at breakfast, like, oh my god, I
Everyone all the
Look, man.
when he touched it, I was like, that better be blood. I don't give a fuck what. It better not be shit. It better be blood.
At first, I get it. You're trying to hide it, but if she's yanking it out, I would. At that point, you have to be honest. Look, I shat. It's just let me take care of this.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Because they thought he peed the bed. They were like, oh, it happens. You know, a couple of nights of Portian.
I can't.
It's my best
Yeah,
Scottish I can
the,
do.
the adults are kind of chill. Like the parents are kind of way
been through it
too
all.
chill, man.
Even the
His parents were. I mean, like they're good parents. They're trying to help him out, but also I feel like they're just like I don't know. All the parents were like really chill. They're like, yeah, you get fucked up.
even the parents of the daughter who fucked.
yeah.
He came down to the house. You had an underage daughter, and the guy, the boyfriend, you just go let him be in the house like that.
Well,
But maybe it is like the whole. I don't know.
not Googling it. That's for damn sure.
Maybe it speaks to it being a generational problem in that
Yeah.
town. You know, maybe
Or what's the?
maybe
oh,
the
no, 'cause he said it was
parents
illegal.
probably also grew up with friends like that and shit. Like
Yeah. So let us
the circle of life.
talk about the story. Oh, and I'm sorry. What was the other scene that made you turn away?
Yeah, what was the third one?
Ceiling baby or the dead baby?
No, it was the ceiling baby.
Yeah.
Dead baby was dead baby was it was
The ceiling baby was worse.
Ceiling baby was
That
creepy.
baby
Also-
was kind of sudden.
Yeah. I
You know,
mean,
just like what?
that's what you. I'm gonna say that's what you get for letting your daycare be the fucking mother superior spot. Where you
I
just
was,
go,
I,
"Girl,
like,
I
so-
low-key wasn't. I was expecting that baby to die.
What?
as soon as
I
they
was
show you the
too.
baby.
Because basically the baby's just crawling around this
Yeah.
same place where they have all of these needles on the ground. So I'm thinking the baby accidentally just got stuck
Yeah.
and
Could be, yeah.
OD'd.
But if that was the case, no offense to the baby would have fell where the baby was at. You're not gonna.
Well, no,
crawl
but it's
to the crib.
just
Oh, 'cause they could've
at
put- they
some
wanna
point,
know.
Yeah, baby gets stuck. Mom puts baby in the crib because the baby's asleep, but the baby's
Yeah.
already in the process of ODing right then.
So real quick, before we talk, we need to talk about like the story beats. But before we do, so I've had a friend who went through withdrawals. He got a sports injury at Wabash College, which was like one of the craziest sports injuries of like in Wabash College history. He was at the bottom of like a tackle pile, and somehow his femur shot through his ass. plate, whatever the bone is. And he was like, I think I broke my ass and like couldn't walk. And it was like this crazy surgery. And they all told him he wasn't going to walk again. And he fucking walked it off and all that. But he had like the like button for like morphine. You know what I mean? And he was like, yeah. He was like,
man.
so
That's
his
the
mom's a
worst
nurse.
thing.
And after he came home,
Why did
his,
they give you a button?
because I mean, it was like the injury was crazy.
I
Like,
know,
it was
but-
like-
but they shouldn't let the patient regulate the drugs,
Yeah,
man.
but they have like a cap on it, so you can't get too much. But anyway, so he didn't know, right, that like he was getting dependent on it, but his mom was a nurse, and when he went home, his mom was like taking care of him, and like he was like, bro, I literally thought I had psychosis for like 2 days, and it's like his mom wouldn't tell him like what was happening because she was like, if I tell him he's going through withdrawals, like he'll know how to make it stop.
Right.
So she just like let him fucking thug it out, and he was like, shit was awful. He's like, I wish that on nobody. He's like, I literally thought I was going crazy for like days. And then finally comes out on the other end, and his mom's like, yeah, all right, so you were going through like heroin withdrawals or like, you know, like opioid withdrawals. And like, he's like, what the fuck? He's like, that's what the shit's like. She's like, I didn't want to tell you. Because like, if I had told you, I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, you could have made calls. Like, I mean, he knows the same friend that I was just talking about who has the
Fuck
fucking
that,
drugs and
man.
shit. So it's like,
I don't want to do any of that shit.
right?
But
Like,
low key, I do want
1,000 times better than orgasm.
I do want to try heroin.
Yeah, on your deathbed.
On my deathbed. Yeah.
What do you got to lose? What do you got to lose?
Deathbed.
You know,
Yeah, I
Deathbed
hit
drugs.
me. I want to
Give it
OD
to
on
me.
heroin.
That'd be a good movie.
give me a meth fent heroin cocktail and just
Got
put
it.
me
Yeah.
out of my
I don't
misery.
feel like you get to enjoy any of them. You just die high.
That is also true. You know what? How about a week before I'm about to die? I want to
80th
try.
birthday.
I don't
Hey,
think you're
okay,
gonna be able
hey,
to. I don't think you're gonna be able to make
He's
that
gonna
call
schedule
at
it.
that point, man. It's like, all right, next week.
How do you know a guy at 80?
So the movie points. We got the first instance of him trying to get clean. It doesn't work. After the baby, my bad. It's after his parents make him get clean. He fucking sobers up, moves out
Yeah.
to London.
Old boy has gone to jail.
Yeah. Spud went to jail
Yeah, Spud
for
went to
6 months, which
jail.
ain't too bad.
Not really. Baby's dead. And there's something else that he is regretting because they show that as well.
Tommy, right?
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Tommy being
Yeah, we
hooked.
talking about
Yeah,
follow Tommy. Tommy
The fall
didn't
of
do,
Tommy, bro.
Tommy
was on
didn't do
top.
no drugs.
I'm an adult. I just want to try it.
Bro,
But
Tommy was taking them out to nature, and
I
Tommy
can
was the
handle
best
it, man.
fucking friend they had.
He was
man.
working now, doing
R.I.P.
drugs. His
Tommy.
house was clean. He was working, and then all of a sudden,
Come on, man. I can handle
why?
it.
My whole thing was the dude was a shitty friend to even let Tommy even try because Tommy was never done it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's wild. That's
He wasn't gonna let him try it till Tommy pointed the money in.
But
his
still,
way.
don't take the fucking money and
Yeah,
don't give
well,
it to him.
He needs the money for his next.
He
hit.
does. Also, legitimate
Yeah.
question: if Tommy's gonna do it, wouldn't you rather him do it with you? Because if he does it with someone else, he might fucking die. At least you can make sure he's gonna live through his first
Man, you right
experience.
on that. Fuck.
It's trash. I think the thing is if you like, I got my lines, bro. I don't know. People offer me like hits off a bong, and I'm like, that's too much for me, dog.
Who
I'm
was
a
the
pussy.
other?
Spud or Bergby,
Bergby.
the fighter, the one who kept.
No, the other.
Berby
dude,
was
the
also
dude
sober
from,
too, right?
The dude that's in Hackers.
The dude's into what?
Oh, the other guy, Sick Boy.
Sick Boy.
Oh, Sick
yeah,
Boy.
Yeah.
Man.
Sick Boy was kind of cool. He was kind of
Oh,
funny.
Yeah, until he started trying to fucking pimp bitches and fuck shit up. God.
That boy, he didn't know what direction he was going. He just kept moving forward.
Yeah. Real entrepreneur. All right, so.
Oh yeah, that was his baby, right?
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure.
So towards the end, when they get to the big grand like heisty heist, so Marquetta was like, "Why is he hanging out with him?" And I was like, "Well, Ketty, first off, he didn't really have a choice. Also, like, it'd be shitty for him to like shit on his friends, right? And be like, I'm not fucking with y'all anymore. Like, for him in his mind, that makes him a bad person. We all agree. Like, even if your friends are on some shit, like those are your boys, right? Like, it's really hard. And so like when one of them comes to stage and he's like, "Fuck, man, maybe this dude will leave," and then the other one comes and he's like, "Oh, both of y'all gotta fucking go." So he puts him in a situation where he's like, maybe they'll get fucked on that, and then they go back for the funeral, and they're all kind of mad at each other. And like Bergby has like threatened his man's life multiple times when they were friends, when he was cool with him, and he was like, so look, we only need another 2,000 for this job. And he was like, "Fuck no, I'm not doing it." And Bergby was like, "I looked at your fucking mail. I know you have it." Like, he really can't say no, right? Like,
Why not?
because all right, so it's
All he
Bergby,
left to
Sick
do
Boy,
that was
Spud.
Go to the cops.
They're all of his friends, right? He's not gonna turn his friends into police. That's probably not gonna happen.
Hey, I would turn
Bergby-
Bergby. I don't think Bergby was his friend.
He was. Definitely was.
They grew up
Shitty-ass
together.
friend, dude. Fuck that guy, dude.
He is, but like I'm saying,
if I see one
Bergby's
of my
threatening
friends stab somebody at a bar one time, like that's it. I'm not.
Yeah, we don't hang out.
Sorry.
anymore.
Yeah. No,
not-
that's us. But them, Look, Bergby, when he stabbed the knife under him, and he's like, "You bring up the thing with the trans person. Yeah, I'll fucking cut you." Like I'm saying, they're already friends. Like you're in the room with 3 people that you're friends with. Sick Boy, he was like, Sick Boy would have did that shit to me if he had the chance. Bergby will do violence to him, but can't stop it from happening. When Bergby and Sick Boy are like, "We know you have the money," that's not a, "Hey buddy, can we borrow the money?" That's
like, we're taking your money.
We're going to borrow the money.
Yeah.
You get to choose if you say yes or not, but the money's still coming. Like he was, I feel like for that point, like he was up against a wall where it was like, "Oh, I'm gonna say yeah," but I think in that moment he was like, "I'm gonna make sure I get out of this shit." He left the money for Spud at the end. So.
No, I was okay with him taking the $16,000. I was
Because
okay.
they only each got $4,000, and I know he had 2,000 saved up, which is double his savings.
They think it's so much money. And
But
I mean, in '96, it
Let's find out.
was and wasn't. You know, like that's a decent chunk of change in '96, dude. I mean, it's not life changing. Still, I would say it's still gonna go away within a matter of a year.
I mean, it's especially
find out
heroin,
what inflation puts it at $7,900.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, that's
and it was in Edinburgh, and people were struggling in
it's
Edinburgh at the
nothing
time.
life changing. That's the thing.
But
It's
he
like,
also
pay half a year bills.
you're good for like maybe half a year.
and he moved to Britain, and Britain was on the come up when they were selling it flat for $320 a week. That's like what, more than $1,200. So like I don't know. I'm just saying like they're like the money's moving and shit could make sense. But $1,280, like it's just that part. Like once they get to that part and being like, damn, like what's gonna happen? Like how did y'all? I don't know. Like what do you think about like the end of the movie? Because I feel like the movie's about like heroin, and then like I gotta choose life. The whole like choose life, choose this,
I
choose
love
that.
what he did. He tried to choose life, and then his friends were trying to get him back in, and then he finally took that last moment to be like, I have to separate myself from this entire shit. Like I'm hoping that T2 is him.
Well, it has all the same characters.
He's in America. Yeah, you know what?
So-
It's all the same fucking characters.
What I thought of it was just a wire. This is going to continue. Same old shit's going to continue.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it was ambiguous on purpose because like because it's bookended with the beginning where he's like, all right, this is it, I'm done, and then at the end he's like, all right, this is it.
What was he saying in the bus? He was like, "There's final hits, and then there's final hits." Is this gonna be the one?
Yeah, exactly.
His final hit is him dying.
I think you got to keep trying to. It kind of reminds me of BoJack, where it's like that, like
I did not finish that.
were you too depressed?
Oh, my
Yeah, it was just
God.
I haven't seen it.
So good.
God.
So
BoJack. I'm gonna put BoJack in with Trainspotting the other ones, but it's a longer burn that makes way more sense for the average human. I feel like.
But like
I like to drink.
The
I like sex.
statistics on addiction. Let's say you go to rehab and you do well at rehab, you are still like 3 to 4 times more likely to relapse because like right as soon as you're out, you're in this feeling of like, my life's different. I can do it. I can handle it now. Just one for old time's sake, like kind of how Ewan did. So like, unfortunately, I think I don't know what the actual stat is, so you'll have to fact check me. But I think a successful addiction, people relapse like 6 times before it like takes. Like.
Shit,
So
I've been trying to,
relapse is part of the thing. You know?
Part of the thing. Oh, Patty, you wanna?
I've been
trying to quit weed program and shit.
It's hard. Yeah, me too, dude. That shit's tough.
That's why it reminded me of the movie a lot.
Well, it's
like,
not
man.
ruining your life.
And that's why it's so difficult.
I mean, it is ruin your life.
Consequences.
Stop lying. It is ruin your life. It ruins everyone's life. Weed does too. Because the amount of money you spend on it, amount of money I would save not smoking, and not just on weed. Around it, like the buying shit to smoke it, and all this stuff.
I'll say I smoke significantly less now, but there was a time where I was like, I was spending.
I mean, I drink way less. I'll have like a whiskey every now and again.
Yeah, I think you just gotta stop buying so much.
Yeah.
You can have,
or
I think
you can just make enough money to afford
it. Listen, Pat.
I don't want my lungs to be like
listen,
that.
Pat. At the end of the day,
get a bong.
there's you got to go through the tunnel, man. Like here's why we do things is to stay away from the truth, which is our feelings. But in order to get better, there will come a time where you have to be alone with your thoughts. It's that. That is the only way out of it. You have to be alone with your thoughts, dude.
Why?
Because you have to. It's part of being human.
That's how you get out. That's how you get out, man. You gotta look in that internal mirror.
Hey, nobody said the normies smoke blunts. Don't be asking how the normies smoke their blunts.
Yo, here's the thing.
Bombed with ice.
Only when we're in states where it's legal.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If rolling joints was like something I could monetize, dude, I'd be a fucking billionaire.
Oh my God, I'm telling you.
I'd be a billionaire, bro. No,
I will give it to him. I'll give it to him.
I like it.
I would be willing to say I am top 5 rollers in the Midwest.
I will give you this.
In the Midwest.
So I will say this.
I'll put it up against anybody. You
Are
think
you
you
doing
can roll
like?
a joint? You can't roll a
Are
joint
you
as
just
good as
pearling
me.
boys up? Or are you talking like
You can't roll a joint as good
art
as me.
shows? Because people are making.
Oh yeah, no, not that. No.
brontosauruses.
Just you know, just a joint.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll take
not
that.
making cranes.
I will say
Trying to
this.
smoke some origami.
You can roll really nice ones, but I know somebody else that does it quicker and more efficient and just as nice, but they're not perfectly nice. And you know that person.
Yeah, I know. But okay, so who has the edge still?
It depends what if you're looking for. If I need something quicker right now, I'm going to go ask that person. But if I want something to take you a while, then you know.
All right.
I've got the science down, dude. It's got to be just tight to make it burn slow, dude. My shit burns slow.
We need to make a decision for next week, right here and
We already
right
told
now.
you the movie.
Were we doing high school still?
No, yeah.
Then we do
We need to do some light-hearted shit,
But
man.
I thought we were Trainspotting too. I thought we were gonna find out.
That is
That's
the
the
question.
decision.
But here's the thing. Here's the
We
thing.
was gonna find out then, eh?
I'm very cool with putting it with you, Pat. It's your choice at the end of the day. T2 does have to go on at some point in time, unfortunately, because like I feel like I need to know.
Yeah, I gotta know.
I kind of need to know. And so it's up to you.
Might just watch it for GP.
For GP,
What's
GPZ,
General
general purpose.
Sorry.
I mean, we could watch it. Fuck it. I kind of want to know what's happening too.
Like, right? It's wild that because here's the thing: if there was a part 2 to Spun, I don't know that I'm turning that shit on.
yeah,
I'm not.
they came back after.
Spun
Okay,
hurt. No, I'm saying if there's a part 2 to Spun, I don't know
Spun
that I have.
again.
I can't watch it.
21 years in between Trainspotting and.
Yeah, 1997 to
So then the guy probably could have been clean.
1997. My bad.
I don't think, if they
1996
made a
to
second
2017.
movie, I don't think he's clean.
That is.
Or maybe he is clean and then gets back into it. Because okay,
Maybe he's into selling drugs now.
the stories that are like super sad, man, is like the people that are like, I got clean, I got my life together, I got the apartment, I got the family, I got the cars, I had everything, and then I fell back into it and lost it all over. Like
Dude,
that's
that's what
yeah.
makes me think.
that's the
like,
sad shit. Is
Crack has to be incredible.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, she said it was better than
Billionaires
sex.
have been going broke off of that shit for years.
Yeah.
you know what it
Decades.
is there's a big Venn diagram between like mental health issues and drug addiction, like ADHD or adult autism, is because like some of these drugs have components of the actual medication.
Yeah.
So when they take it, they're like, "Oh shit, I feel right," and they're not entirely wrong. It's just there's a bunch of other shit in there.
Yeah.
that shouldn't be there.
That's why, like,
That's why.
to fix the problems, you have to. It can't like motherfuckers want to
A
be
lot
like,
of homeless
bro.
people have ADHD.
That's what I was saying. Like, I sometimes when I don't take my Adderall medicine, but I'll smoke, I feel like I'm a little bit more focused.
I mean,
Probably
again,
for a
you know,
second.
you're just used to the feeling. So, like, it's also habit forming, right? I mean, like, ADHD can also be managed if you're good at just building good habits, which is like a very big struggle. But that is kind of the natural cure for ADHD is like habit building. So once you take medication and that medication helps you to build those habits, you can take less medication, but because you've instilled those habits,
So I could get off my Adderall and all that shit if I just have good habits.
you could. Yeah,
It's wild because you kind of do. You're
sorta-
disciplined for
you
the
could.
gym, but we still all think maybe too much gym and some of the other stuff.
You run-
Anyway,
you
what
run
I was gonna
away
say
from your
is
thoughts.
is that like in order to fix like those problems in society, like motherfuckers want to be like, hey, how do we solve the problem with drugs? And like a lot of people are like, well, if we legalize drugs and people go to jail less for it, it's stigmatized less, we can fix that, which is one portion. But also like the idea should be to people on drugs, help them. Also circle all the way back around, make society better so people don't want to get on drugs. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where it's like we get into like the whole gun things and they're like, well, people are always going to shoot people. And it's like, but if we make society better, people might want to shoot people less.
Yeah.
And then also let's make it harder to get guns just a little bit. Like those all, you know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like a lot of it is, you know, invent the problem, sell the solution. And like, because making society better costs society money. And no one else like, look, the homie Eleanor over in Norway I think Norway does like fucking 40% of their money goes to their taxes, but also like they got a little bit better. I mean, fuck, man,
look,
Amsterdam, they're doing shit. They're
wouldn't-
doing well. I don't know.
I
Used
would
to about
again,
40%.
but I wouldn't mind it if I could actually see it being utilized.
Yes, if it
If I
made
got
the
a- I need a
society
receipt.
better.
Like if I live
I
in
need
a
a receipt.
dope ass place where they're like you're fucking in between jobs, that's cool, man. We'll fucking pay you till you figure something
I
out.
feel like
Or,
me paying
you know,
taxes should also get me a seat on Air Force One.
I agree.
Did like one time.
40%. So I hear you guys saying that you guys would be okay paying 40%. But I've talked to you both before. Like the amount that we pay taxes right now, you guys hate it.
Yes,
so like,
because we don't
how
get
would you be
anything for it.
okay?
Yes, because my taxes right now are paying for a missile that's going to kill a child in some area
Exactly.
that we need oil from.
Yes.
It's not gonna let me go to the hospital for free.
99% of our shit goes to the military, dude. What? I'm sorry. What did you say?
It's not gonna let me go to the hospital for free.
Exactly.
Yeah, my
Exactly.
taxes let me go to the hospital for free. I don't really give a fuck that I'm paying them.
Exactly.
If there were less potholes outside, I wouldn't
guarantee
give
you
a
guys
fuck
would
that I'm
still
paying.
be upset
I
because
literally
to see your money go from your paycheck, you're gonna
But
be upset.
if
But
No,
see what it's
I
being
would-
used
if there's
for.
public transportation and the city is more accessible and there's less crime and things are good and businesses are thriving and people are happy, take my fucking money, dude.
Yeah, that's why I
Absolutely.
have it, to be happier.
Yeah, like absolutely take it.
And then I don't have to pay taxes on food, like because everything's already accounted for.
Shit has to happen then. Like you got to be able to visibly see it because I
That's
Yeah,
I don't
what we're
think
saying.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
I don't think though
I
like
need a
but
receipt.
but like in countries like that you don't like are people
they do.
visibly seeing
Yeah, they
like
do.
their money going.
In Norway?
Yeah, they do. Dude.
They see the 40% come out of their taxes, and then they go to the hospital for free.
Or they go to college for
You know
free?
what? So I was recently in the ER with my mom, and how long it took me to get through to seeing somebody was like almost like I got there at 3:30, didn't get home until like 12. My mom didn't get seen by anybody until like I would say like 9:30, 10. So like, and that's us paying.
Do you-
Yeah.
Like, is that why are like if, then health? Like people are saying we don't want public health shelters because it's going to take you more time to wait. But we're already waiting that long.
That's
Yeah.
the kind of the point is that we're already in the shit and everybody keeps being like, well, if we do this, it'll get worse. It's like, it's already so bad that I just want to do anything. I don't give a fuck. How much worse could it get?
Don't you remember talking to Sonny in LA about like Denmark? Like that man was like visibly afraid to be in America. Like every time he stepped outside of the hotel, he was just like, I don't know how you guys do this. Like, I cannot wait to get the fuck back to Denmark, like where it's nice and
That's one
safe.
thing. I can't wait
and
to
our
actually,
government
like,
takes
kinda
care of us, and we have free
step foot out of the
education and free healthcare and like a lot
So
of.
And
is
like,
Denmark thriving? Like when I'm talking, I know they're I know they're thriving.
Define
like,
thrive.
and I know they're thriving like morals. Well, not morals, but I know they're thriving internally. But they're making money.
It's
you know,
one
because
of the-
world, to become big powers in the world, you got to make money.
Now, here's
So-
the thing. Think about the three largest countries in the world with the three biggest GDPs. I'm pretty sure it's us, Russia,
Why
and China,
does-
correct? And think about the strife that people in those countries fucking deal with. Sure, the countries are filthy rich, but where's that money coming from? It's coming from the people having slightly nicer lives.
And
And
why
I'm not
does
saying that
anyone-
America's that shit. I'm not saying that we're living in the shit. We're doing pretty fucking good. But what I am saying is that,
But the
like,
power.
the things could just generally be better. Cuba,
Exactly.
which Spidey's like, I want to go out of the country. Cuba's a 3-hour fucking flight away. It's right there. My guy had a MRSA problem in Cuba, and they were like, oh, just go to the hospital. And he went to the hospital and got shit. Cuba's got plenty of other fucked up problems, but the fact that my guy was like, God damn, I got
But
fucking MRSA out of the country, like he thought this shit was going to cost him an arm and a leg.
That word right there, power. That's it. That's the fucking problem.
The thing is,
No, hey, that's the whole fucking problem. Why does anybody need to be the power or powerful? Why can't we all just
if we're
fucking?
getting invaded.
But why does that need to happen?
But
Yeah.
we
Why
don't
does
know
that
how
need
other
to
countries are
happen?
thinking. 'Cause look what's happening right now. We don't know what people are
Right,
thinking.
but why does it need to
It
happen?
doesn't need to happen. I agree
So-
with you.
Exactly. So in an ideal world, we would all be fucking working together as a fucking species to make shit
Agreed.
better. And it's just Denmark is you search it, dude. Google it. It's got to be on the list of like it's got to be top 5 in one of the happiest.
Right,
like,
but how about they get bombed and they're fucked because they have no military?
Why would they
Yes.
get bombed? They do have a military. Why would they get bombed?
I don't know,
You
but
know
like,
who doesn't have a military? Costa Rica. Your taxes in Costa Rica don't go to the military. How come Costa Rica hasn't been taken over and bombed yet? I'm sure as the world gets worse and because of climate change, which the 3 largest countries in the world all committed to making climate change worse because that's how we got to be some of the
Here's
biggest.
the thing.
When the world gets worse and places get flooded and motherfuckers come to our borders,
Here-
we won't let them in.
Here's how we fix
We
the
did
world,
it.
okay? And I'm being facetious and silly here before I say this thing, okay? But we hit a reset on the world, and we get a conversation going about, hey, how do we help society? And the first motherfucker to say, what if we get attacked though? Kill him on the spot. and kill him on the
'Cause
spot,
you got
and let's move on with the adult conversation. Let the adults fucking speak in the fucking room.
I think that's an adult conversation, though.
It
because
is not.
ha-
It's
Nah,
not.
I think
Because
it
that's,
is.
that's that caveman mentality of like, you know what? I want to rule everything. Fuck you.
Gotta
Kill
try
that
first.
guy.
I get that, but
I don't
it
think
is.
it's about rules. It's about protecting yourself. Like
From-
because there's threats. Are there like we're acknowledging there's threats right now,
But
right?
I know, but like
7
it's like-
Eves.
I know
gonna
this
say
is
it,
like an
70s.
idealistic version, but it's just like it's all just. I can't fall down this rabbit hole right now, man. I'm gonna get so angry. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah.
so
Well, but
fucking-
listen,
I'm gonna get so angry.
before we all agree that we're watching T2 next week and not Terminator 2, Trainspotting 2, the one of the reasons why you can have any of the shit that we can't have is because our country like protects us with the full fact that like, yeah, we'll go to war. Like you can't, if you have shit in your house and all that shit means something to you, I guess this is where communism, the deep communism of like, why have shit even gets to. It's like, you need to be able to protect that shit, right? Off top, that's the first thing. And if you have the power to protect it, then you have the power to own it. And then that's how you come to the table. Because otherwise, all it takes is like one shitty person to be like, you know, we do the altruistic thing, right? And then some dude 1,000 years in figures out that, oh, hey, if I develop
Humans are
the
shitty.
first gun, then I can have everything. And then because he did that, someone else has to develop the next gun. Like it's like with big trucks on the road. It's like a race to the bottom. It's just that's just human mentality, I think, at this point. Because if you have a fucking Mini Cooper and everybody else on the road has an F-150, you're gonna die. You have to get an F-150 now too. Like you just have to. And you're mad about it and you're upset about it, but you get an F-150 and then that's it. And I'm not saying that that's everything because we can get better. We have gotten better over time and we can continue to get better. Just can't get complacent.
The thing is, if you, it's just okay. I think what makes humans feel evolved is because of like the technological advancements around us. But if we take all that shit away, we're still so uncivilized. We're so like we're not like there's still a long way to go for this species, but I don't know if we're gonna get there. You know,
Really primitive.
Agent Smith was right, dude.
Agent Smith.
He was right, man. Humanity is a virus, dude.
All right. So
Just spreads.
next week, Trainspotting 2, starring the
2.
exact same motherfuckers.
Trainspotting Deuce.
Damn.
It's a black comedy.
Black comedy.
Where? What?
means
That
it's
okay?
full of us.
I'll tell you who shouldn't be back.
Who?
The 2 people that killed the baby. Or if they're
Yeah.
back, we should be speaking to them in jail because they're in there for life.
Not even 6 minutes after the baby dies, they're taking another hit
Yeah,
of
they're like,
drugs.
dude,
So,
I
like,
need a. This is fucked up. I really.
I
need
can't
something to
deal
do.
with
Yeah,
this
man.
shit.
I need more
I just
heroin.
killed my kid. I need something to take the edge off.
I'm not gonna tell you guys who's in the next film. We're just gonna watch it. I'm reading the cast right now,
anything
and
we're
I'm
gonna
pretty
be
excited.
shocked by.
Oh yeah, let's see if they brought any new big
blood.
names. I'm looking through the big names. Also, did you guys see that when the movie was ending, it was like the most Scottishest names? It felt like they were trying to out Scottish every name. There were 2 dudes named Ewan. Name 2
Yeah.
motherfuckers in real life you know named
Impossible.
Ewan. Ewan must be Mark, like just James over in
Was there
fucking
any
Scotland,
Killians?
bro. Huh?
Killians.
Killian.
No Killians. I thought that's
Killian?
Irish though.
Oh,
Oh, also the last part when he's like we're Scottish, which is shit. He's like the British are all fucking wankers, but we got colonized by wankers, which makes us even fucking worse.
we did straight up just let how
Because they had money and power.
Because you
again.
know why? They figured out boats and missiles first.
how
and-
did they do it, dude?
Came through with that bullet riz, boy.
Fucking
Actually, you know, the Chinese developed fucking gunpowder. You thought
Fireworks.
they were like, we could do fireworks. Somebody else was like,
This
well,
is
no, I
why-
think they invented cannons.
This is
too.
why cuisine matters, man. They just kept eating shitty food and it made them pissed
Went
off.
to war
dude.
for seasonings.
it
like
rains
they-
over there so much. So you know, let's
Went
just,
somewhere,
It made
ate
them
something,
mad.
was
They
just
were
like,
like,
yo,
this
this
food just-
masala,
yeah.
bussin'.
This
All
food is
right,
mad.
y'all. This has been the Talking Normies podcast. Thank you for hanging out. Please watch Trainspotting 2. Next week, we're doing Trainspotting 2. Please watch Trainspotting 2 so we can all talk about it. And if you got
then-
any more questions that you have, please bring them, and we'll do the life noob section
And
where
then
we answer your
we won't be
questions.
sad anymore after that. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll palate cleanse.
Yeah.
We were going to have a palate cleanse, but you guys want to get more
palate
sad.
cleanse.
You want to know what happens, too. I know you
I do
do.
have to know what happens.
All right, y'all. We'll see you at the next one. This has been the Talking Normies podcast. Bye.